Look, we're making the new counterculture whether they want it or not. So who's going to run the non-woke answer to Newsarama or the non-autistic IGN?
Ladies and gentlemen, you know him. He's the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who's running IronAge.media, creating Anvil, the anthology.
Iron Age.
Iron Age. Who even knows?
Iron Age. Yeah.
My next co-host, the man who will absolutely make you change. And by making you change, what I mean by that is he is going to help you change from having that story in your head to putting it on paper and putting it into people's hands. And this is the man, the myth, the legend, Daniel P. Riley of whimsyland.org.
Number one Iron Age booty daddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Royce. Welcome back to A Drink with Crazy. I am buying a goat. I love goat. We have a show this evening, or we don't, and it all stops here. That's fine. And so cometh the Iron Age of media. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Iron Age Nights. What's going on, everybody?
Hello.
Hello. What's up? How are you guys doing? It's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be a good night. You guys are all so quiet.
Listen, this is my first time on the show. I don't want to start being too embarrassing yet. I like to ease.
Yeah, I'd say that's
crazy.
That's not possible, I don't think.
But, no, that's not like, dude. I've been on a stream with you before.
Strap
it's
in.
Fine. It's fine.
Yeah, but see, that was different. That was us going in someone else's house. This is me being in your house for the first time.
Yeah, that was John's house. We don't give a damn about John's house.
You just walk in there, muddy shoes, fuck your couch, all that shit.
Dude, my God, you said it. You are one of the only dudes that knows that. Yes.
How is that possible? That is insanity.
I have said.
Do people not know that?
Dude, I have said that to so many
I don't know
people
what he's
that
talking
just
about.
look confused at me. You don't know fuck your couch, and I can't say the rest.
Couch, fuck your couch. I'm gonna be nice because it's YouTube, but you know,
Well,
if you know, you know.
I can't say that last word because I'm not black. So
appreciate it, but
we're already going great places here. I can tell. This is
we
gonna
are
be
the best of places. I am the problematic Negro that you didn't know you needed. See, this is the real magical Negro is not the bomb in movie theaters. It's your boy right here is what it is. And I see the Animaniacs already cutting up in the chat room. On brand, y'all show up on brand and on code. That's what's up. That's why I love y'all. I see so many names of people that I haven't seen so long. Let me stop. This isn't my show.
What you're saying is only the Negroes can be magical. Is that what you're saying?
No. See, now that's putting your words in my mouth. See, now, Royce, Royce, that is what we like to call you speaking on your privilege. I'm going to need you to check your fucking privilege. Okay, that's putting words in a black person's mouth. That's racist.
Dude, I just checked it. It's on the shelf where I keep it. I can go get it for you if you want.
I think you just need to check your privilege from where you are, and just acknowledge that you need to do better.
No, it's on the shelf. I can't see it from where I'm at. I can't
swivel the camera around, swivel it around so that we can see that you're acknowledging it.
I can't swivel the camera around.
I keep my privilege in my pocket.
See, there you go. See, he's a responsible white man. He just whips it out whenever he needs. He knows. Just like I have my black card on deck. So in case, like, if I didn't do that reference right there, and someone in the chat wanted to check my blackness, I can whip my black card out and be like, "Nah, I got it. I'm good."
I've seen that on the internet before, and that was an interesting video. I think they just got banned in Texas. Anyway,
already.
Holy shit, that's a hell of a start. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Iron Age Nights. Let's see that applause again for that hell of an intro. My good God. Wow. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 75. Guys, we're climbing up there. Only 25 more episodes to go until episode 100. What are we going to do for episode 100? It's going to be interesting. Well, but most likely that's what we do for the milestones. But ladies and gentlemen, let's go over and let's say hello to the reason that we're all here. And yes, the camera angle is different. Of course, the camera angle is different. And there's reasons for that. And you guys can ask those questions down in the chat. We'll try to catch those a little bit later. But over on Rumble, we got Garham. What's going on, man? Over on the YouTubes, we got Ben Talford. Was the first chat of the evening, and he became a crazy connoisseur. He bought a membership. First comment of the evening, membership. Wow, dude, Ben, thank you so much. We got Gorilla Mar. What's going on? He says, what's up, everyone? I just want to say physical is greater than digital. Are we talking about women here? Because that would be true. Anyway,
Thinking all things.
Maybe. I got some things you probably want to keep digital that way. Just be like, no, that
You
wasn't
can
me. That
keep
was
them
somebody
to yourself.
That
right?
was somebody else. They searched that. I didn't search that. What are you talking about? Horizon.
Pay no attention to the hub behind the curtain, everybody.
No attention.
More like
no.
pay no attention to it in the closet.
There you go.
The hell is wrong with you people? Horizon Taco,
Everything.
what's going on? Well, yeah.
Don't make me say it.
Nope. What's going on, Tim Allen? How you doing? Tom Highlandian, what's going on, dude? AKA Tom Highland, AKA the Highlandian. Timo Burnham, what's going on, dude? Garham, double dipping in the chat. We got Resonant One as well. RH Snow, Eric Wag, Evely Music. The chat just jumped. I don't like. Oh my God!
All
Wow,
my
the chat-
favorite people.
The chat just jumped like way far. Like that was, wow, that jumped a lot. What Geeks Do Network, what's going on? It's good to see you, do. Lugbazerg. I probably just said a slur. I don't even know. What's going on, dude? Animaine, dude, you're on the show. You don't got to be in the chat. Don't, I keep telling, don't associate with the chat.
But that's where fun and magic happens.
Not wrong.
I'm trying to
What the hell
explain
chat
that
are
to
you?
Royce.
What the hell
He's
chat are
just
you a part
stubborn.
of?
The best of kinds. Just wait. Listen, I know that there's like running themes of goats and speak of all type of things in this chat. But listen, we're combining the best of chats because you got your chat, you got my chat. I know there's a lot of cross section because we got a lot of the same people in our chats. So it's just gonna be just standard madness with just a little extra sprinkling of Negro-ness tonight. So there you go. And it's a drink with crazy, so I do have my drink on deck. So
Is
hello.
it Hennessy? Never mind.
See, no, and it also ain't in a brown paper bag, motherfucker. Shit.
Oh, dude, I didn't even think about that. That would have been way better.
See?
But I've legit drank out of a brown paper bag. I actually ascribe the brown paper bag to hobos. Not.
Okay.
I feel like this shirt that I'm wearing is appropriate. I just need to pop up, and I'm just danger. Just
I mean, that's real.
danger, Royce.
That's real. Tread lightly, like a woodpecker with a headache. Hello.
I don't know that
Sword
it
Rush,
applies.
what's going on, dude? We're not even through the fucking.
Woo.
God bless America.
What self-respecting human hasn't sat on the street corner with a bottle of Mad Dog 2020 in a paper bag?
Oh
Thank you.
no!
Thank you.
Oh.
Listen. If it don't make you want to rip the throat out, it ain't
too,
right.
dude. I've drank hams on the stream before. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah,
Okay.
nobody wants to say shit about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna let you have that one. I'm gonna sit over here. With my little,
nobody else wants to.
I'm gonna sit over here with my little coconut rum and just be nice. Okay, you can have that one.
Sword Rush, what's going on? Eric Wag, did I say hello to Eric Wag? I don't remember. Ron Nyanzi, what's going on, man? Hero Darky Dark, it's good to see you. Bat Sauce, what up? Oh God, Carnelian HB. Maybe I said that right. Billy Donuts, what's going on? Brian Sanchez, how are you doing? Yeah, John and Level Fox, what's up, dude? Igaka, how the hell do you even say
Igika.
that?
Igika. Yes.
That's a weird.
See, another one of my peoples.
That's an internet name. That's John A. Douglas. What's going on, man? It's good to see you. I think I said hello to Tim Allen already. I think you. What's going on, dude? Guilty Gearhead. What up? Animaine, you're still talking in the chat. We just had this conversation. Like you're not.
Yes, we did.
I don't know.
Nobody
Look,
listens to you, Royce.
Dude, nobody listens.
It wouldn't be. I have to be on brand, okay, with the theme of the show and the guests. And you did say that because we were on a stream together, I don't have to act all proper and stuff. I can just be myself. So there you go.
When the hell did I say that?
Literally 10 seconds ago. See, that if you had checked your privilege, then you would have remembered what you said. That's the truth.
He's had too many beers.
Fair
okay,
enough.
Daniel,
Fair
you
enough.
don't need to be that truthful this early in the stream.
Sure, I do.
We got Bat Sauce, we got Chatsu down in the chat as well. I am trying to catch up with the chat, man. It's going quick tonight. And I think I may have caught up with everybody. There's a few names that popped in just a minute ago, though. Call of the Road, what's going on, man? It's good to see you. And oh, good Lord. Wow, there's everybody in the chat right now. Okay, I am not going to be able to catch up with everybody. Ram, what's going on? I can catch up with Ram, though. And then Ronan, Ninja Star, what up? That's good to see you, dude. And I will also say this. John A. Douglas came in with a $2 super chat, and he says, the master of...
Yes.
I'm white. I can't say that word.
Yes.
I'll put it on the screen. Would you read that chat for me? I'm not allowed to say that.
The master of Negromancy has arrived.
IAK, the legend.
On IAK, yes.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to say that on you. I if you guys can't tell, I'm very pasty. And
Hadn't noticed, Royce.
I can't get away with. I can't get away with those words.
Can't get away with?
I just no.
No.
Richard, I'm not even gonna. What the hell? I guess with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the man who strikes upon the anvil, writing Anvil magazine and putting all that together. What's going on, Richard? How you doing this last week, man?
It's been good. It's been busy. I went to the P.O. Box place and I grabbed some stuff there, including a handful of Anvil magazines that apparently the sticker just came off of them. So it's fortunate that I had stamped them separately. So that was very good. I now have a new process where I make sure everything gets stacked so that all the stickers are totally on there. But yeah, there was like 5 unlucky people that got sent back out. But yeah, I mean, with that, we're basically caught up. There's a few new folks trickling in with pre-orders for issue 4 as that goes around. But aside from those, we're almost there. Been working on a couple different projects, and yeah, just busy stuff. So
there you go, man. Wow.
I feel like I'm forgetting something. I
welcome to the club.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a long week. I'm ready for the end of Q1, so hopefully the chaos will subside a bit.
That's not how that works.
It is. Every quarter, at the end of every quarter, things get more and more crazy because we have to definitely not fabricate numbers and make up stuff for the stockholders. But maybe some people might think that.
I'm good with it. And a man who I hope doesn't have to make up his numbers, Mr. Daniel P. Riley.
He just lies to himself. There you go. When you're your own boss.
Yeah. It's exactly how it works.
It's just a constant state of delusion.
I lie to myself. I make up my own hours. I don't bother going to work if I don't want to. My boss is completely delinquent.
That's
but seriously, my week has been quite good. Hero Darky Dark and I tag teamed a couple of live streams over the week, and then I had my
Phrasing.
yeah, exactly, intentional phrasing. Thank you, Royce. And I got to have my author outpost spot with Johnny Douglas yesterday, so
I was there for
it's
that.
been a good week.
That's awesome, man. I wish people would invite me on streams, but nobody invites me to come on streams. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine.
Listen, one of these days I'll reciprocate. I'm very slowly getting back into the stream life myself.
Dude, I went to your YouTube channel today because I was like, well, I should probably do a little bit of background as a host. I think I've obviously talked with you before. And like your last video was like 4 months ago or something like that.
Yeah, so the thing about that is I actually have 2 channels, and there's a long what?
Why is it on your link tree? It was like YouTube. I click YouTube and it like YouTube number 2. I didn't.
Thank you for reminding me that I should update my link tree. Thank you.
You should really do that because
Thank you, sir.
I might have a lot more questions.
It's all good. It's all good. It's okay. But listen, yeah, I tweeted out earlier this year that this is the year that I finally get off the YouTube struggle bus, and this is just evidence that I'm getting better, but I'm still on it because I forgot to put my second channel in the link tree.
Well,
do you want me to grab the link for you real quick and drop it in the private chat?
Drop it in the private chat. I'll drop it down below. I can't verify what's on the
okay
channel.
Well, it's like it's not gonna be like snuff films or anything like that. I can let you know.
Oh damn! I was looking forward to it. Well, whatever.
Well, I mean that's for next time. I told you I'm trying to behave myself a little bit.
That's your third
right?
channel.
Exactly. But no,
Saving up that content for YouTube Dark.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm waiting on.
You don't say that in front of that. Never mind. I'm not gonna finish that.
You went there, not me. I was making a veiled reference to, nudie TV shows.
Oh, I thought you were talking about skin color.
Listen, I'm just saying, look, let me know
Why
when.
you always got to be race with you, Royce?
It's not. I'm just having way too much fun. I've had way too much to drink before this show.
I haven't had enough, apparently.
I should probably stop.
Catch up.
At this point, we're all going to race to see which one of us can make the vein in Richard's head pop.
Animaine, was it you that I was on Johnny Douglas's stream with? Was it you that was like, Royce is going to be a hotep by the end of this?
That sounds like something I'd say.
Yeah, dude.
That sounds so much like something I'd say.
That's the problem, Evans. I've already been, because you and I have hung out on Johnny Douglas's stream once or twice before with each other, and that's the problem is, like, I've got a really good idea of how far I can push it on this stream while still being in YouTube guidelines with you, and I have enough beer to do it.
I welcome the challenge. Listen, challenge, okay, challenge. I think Carnelian said in the chat, she was like, "What, white people can't say Negro? Give it a try." So look, if you want to press, if you want to press that line.
That should be dude. That should be an ad on TV. It's just like, if you want to be more inclusive, get in touch with your inner self and just remember, ladies and gentlemen, don't be exclusive. Right? Make people of color feel inclusive too, and just make sure to add Negro into your dialogue.
There you go.
Tell me you can't see that in the modern. Tell me you can't see.
Listen, there are several things that I think wouldn't make it on TV, but that ain't one of them.
that might
Listen,
actually make
when
it on
when a couple years ago, when they were, I don't know how explicitly political you like to get on this show, so I'll keep it super brief. But I just remember when I saw a bunch of white politicians wearing kente cloth stoles and washing black people's feet one year, I'm like, yep. I'm good. I'm just not paying attention to any of this anymore. None of this exists. It's all fiction. I'm just gonna read my dragon anime titties until the world explodes, because all of this is fake. All of it's fake.
Dude,
I'm good.
Dude, the kayfabe is real.
No lies detected.
Oh man, dude, some of the things that I've seen in the last. Anyway, okay, so let's not get into all of that. What we should get into, ladies and gentlemen, we have a fantastic guest this evening. And I know what you're thinking. He looks a little bit differently than we do. It's because he's an avatar. He's not on camera. That's
Yes.
fine. That's
Thank
fine.
you. It's inclusion.
Right. We include avatars here, okay?
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Animaine, how you been, dude?
What's good, man? I'm doing good. Just out here trying to get off this YouTube struggle bus in these streets, man, and I have my hands in a lot of different pots. So a lot of people watching, the people who do know me, they probably know me from one of my YouTube channels. And if not that, then they may also know me on Twitter from where I promote my books that I'm working on. One of which is about to be campaigning, hopefully starting next month. That's Bond of the Blade.
That's your second channel?
Storm Corey HQ, yes.
Dude, I just saw you comment on a video today.
Yeah, that one. So for the past couple months, people may see me on that one more. Even commenting. That's mainly just because I have YouTube Premium on that account, and I don't feel like switching to have to deal with ads and bullshit.
Dude.
So I just stay up. So I just mainly comment from there. That's more than that.
Yeah. I suffer. Like, that's why a lot of people. That's why I don't comment, and I jump into like a lot of chats. I jump into a couple of them because I have to switch over to my Drink with Crazy account, and then I have to deal with ads on that one because the account that I have that has YouTube Premium, or it was YouTube Red when I bought it, they quickly changed that. But that's on a personal account, dude. I've had that for like 12 years. And I'm just like, I'm not switching. I'm not gonna nix it off of here and go over it. No. I get where you're at, man. No.
1,000%. But yeah, YouTube, in terms of my content, that is my main stomping ground. So my main channel, Animaine, has been a few different things. It's been a slight culture war, but more of like a reasonable culture war commentary channel for the past 3 years.
Whoa. Define what? Okay, no, because that's an interesting way that you phrase that. Define a reasonable like culture war thing, because that I've never heard it phrased that way. Not to say that it can't happen, but like, what do you mean by that?
And Royce doesn't necessarily have a good grasp on what reasonable means, just in like a day-to-day basis. So
understood.
I was thinking it, but Richard said it.
Listen, I appreciate it when I appreciate. Oh yes, when in doubt, chug it out. There you go. But yeah, so my YouTube channel has been through a few different phases, and at around 2021, I started to make a few commentary videos on like some of the comic books that were coming out that were just chapping my ass and boiling my piss because I just couldn't deal with it. And just a lot of the takes that was going on Twitter about like race swaps and certain different creative decisions in the mainstream. And I didn't really seek to become like that type of channel. It really was just a couple videos that I made on the topic that ended up blowing up. Like I made a rant about race swaps. I actually started one of my main series called what is it called? The alcohol's kicking in. Cringe
Bro,
comic
you gotta
reads.
catch up, man. I'm like,
Look, I was already a couple in before I got on.
dude, I'm like 8 in, maybe.
That's different. Your show is literally called A Drink with Crazy. If you couldn't drink everyone on this panel under the table, there'd be a problem.
He's also drinking rum, whereas you're drinking, I'm drinking slightly
beer.
Alcoholic water.
Yeah.
Right.
Dude, yeah.
But
It's like it's called A Drink with Crazy. You should be able to drink everybody under the table, or it's just because I like drinking. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
fine. But
Whiskey
but
number one.
Whiskey number one, like that. But yeah, so I had the cringe comic reads where I would go through page by page, panel by panel, and just like really seek to make entertaining content and not just say, hey, I'm just going to hop on the mic and say the things that everyone's going to agree with, but really make it a good viewing experience. Because, like, I'm surprise to no one, I'm an entertainer at heart, and I like making people laugh and just giving people a good experience, make them have a good time. So I thought, hey, let me throw some character voices in, and make just take the piss out of all this stupid shit, and then give some real analysis as well. So I'm not just saying, hey, this thing sucks because there's too many people from this group on the pages, and I just never wanted that to be my energy. So that ended up taking off a couple of my rants, and then before you know it, by the end of like 2021, I end up finally getting monetized. I had this channel since like 2010. That's how long I've been making content on
snap.
it. Yeah, oof, yeah.
Damn.
But
Yeah,
but
to me, dude, my channel is only 4.5, almost 5 years old. So you could definitely
babes.
been doing it a lot longer than I have.
A little bit, but that's kind of why
Jeez.
I'm glad that I'm in the current phase of YouTube that I'm at, because I feel like I've been doing this too long to only just now start to get some success, but that's okay because I've learned so much along the way. It's like now that I'm ready to start applying things better. That's why Storm Corey HQ, which I'll get to in a second, that one took off so much faster. But to answer your question, why do I call it a reasonable culture war commentary channel? Because I would often weigh in on things like, I am not Starfire, Nubia Real One, Velma, all that stuff. But I would try to always inject a little more nuance to the discussion, partially because that's just the type of person I am. There's very few areas where I'm just gonna say, no, this thing is stupid, this thing is bad, everyone who supports it is bad, everyone who likes it is bad. Like, no, most things in life aren't like that. And the things in life that I probably do feel that strongly about, I probably wouldn't be making a video about it on my nerdy YouTube channel. It's probably too serious for me to make a video and focus on that.
And that's actually a a spin that I've kind of taken with like any sort of like reviews that I would do in the indie comic space, or like stuff that I would talk about, or like shout out on light. Like, it's one of those things. It's like if I read what you're doing and I like it, you'll get it. I'll shout you out. But if I read what you do and I don't like it, like I'm not gonna bash you on stream. We're just gonna go under the radar. Now, if that person reached out to me and said, hey, I know you've got this book, like, what did you think about it? I would have that private conversation with the creator of it. But I because I feel like that would be a lot more constructive than bashing them on stream or being like, oh, it sucks, and just like you rip the pages out of the book and throw them in the air and all that. So, I mean, really good for, performative reasons, but not really good to help that person. Because even stuff that I've read that I don't like, there's merit there. There's things there that are good, but like there's a lot of other stuff that's just like, no, you know what I mean?
Right. You see it. It's like it's not quite cookies yet. It still needs to bake for a little while, but it's getting there.
Yeah, and exactly. It might not even be like in the shape of cookies yet. It might just still be the dough. But like, there's definitely some good stuff in there, and like you should focus on the good stuff. But also at the same time, I'm just one guy. Maybe there's 5,000, 10,000 other people out there that would absolutely love this thing, and I'm just one guy, right?
Very true.
And it just doesn't jive with me, and that's a reality. And that would be something that I'd have to ask is like, I mean, obviously you're doing this for a while. I've got many links from you pulled up, books you're working on and stuff like that, and it's like how do you deal with you get a bunch of praise, and then you get the guys that come in and they're like, I didn't like the thing that you did.
Very easily. I've learned, if there's one thing I've become almost stupidly comfortable with, it's how not to let unsolicited and unverified opinions get to me, because like you said, you could make something, whether it's a piece of content, a project, you post your Kickstarter or Indiegogo, you get this many people telling you they love the shit, this many people telling you they hate this shit. You have to know, not only do you not have to let the negativity get to you, but you have to know how to filter stuff and how to allocate energy appropriately. Like if someone is coming to me, and I had one time I was on Twitter, you know those prompts they do for like sharing your characters, and I shared one of the designs of one of my characters, and this is one of my most favorite characters I've ever made. And usually she's pretty popular with the people who see her, but this I guess was the right time of day for all the critics to show up. And I got people asking me everything from, she looks really good, but I think her mask could fit her face better, and you could probably play around with the colors to make it more gel better. And then it's, why is she fat? I said, okay, nope.
Okay, so the first two comments, I'm just like, okay, the why is she fat? I'm like, what are you talking about?
Right, exactly. And then same thing with the videos. Like I'll post a video. I posted a video yesterday talking about X-Men 97 on the second channel. And the majority of the comments are like just hype. But then I have some people who are being weird, like they're just being just random, and they're trying to act like the show is somehow being racist. And I'm just like, you know what, Animaine? You don't have to give your energy to everything. And then there's these people over here who's like, oh, dude, you're a fake fan because you shared this picture of this character that has this detail wrong. So you obviously don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Dude, I took the total opposite approach. I turned all that shit into a live stream. I'm like, hey, you comment on my stuff? I'm gonna do a live stream every Sunday, and if I think you're wrong, I'm gonna roast the hell out of you.
Hey, but that's a viable strategy though, because it gives you, first of all, you have baked in content. You never have to worry about, and I think I just watched one of your older live streams where you're talking about how the fact that you do so many different things, you always have content. That's genius. I want to get more into that mindset where I'm like, you know what? This person being an idiot. Oh, they left a dissertation on my video. You know what? I'm gonna live stream, and I'm just gonna go through, and I'm just gonna show this person how wrong and retarded they are.
Like I didn't realize it when I started Sunday Coffee because it was a total accident, but it was one of those things that it was like I realized it many months later. But I found out that, like, so I do my video, people comment on the video, and then because I don't like making videos about the same topic twice. Like I try to, if I have my thoughts or my opinion on a certain particular topic, I put it out there. It's one and done. That's just how that's why I'm bad at like what I'm starting to call like the news chasers. You know, the news chaser channels. And there's nothing wrong. And there's nothing wrong with doing that.
Yeah. If
that's your gig, you find the news, you put out 6 or 7 or 10 or 20 videos a day talking about the news that's happening. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't do well with that. And that's what I've kind of found out and why I'm making a radical change to the channel. But what I did find out is I kind of found like a cheat code, right? Like halfway in between like the news chasers and what I do. And it was like, I do a video and then I do a live stream about the comments that I received on that video. And then the next week, because I read the comments that I get on all my live streams and stuff, I get to talk about it again the next week because people will inevitably comment on that. And I realized that like later, I'm like, man, I'm like triple dipping on this stuff, but in a very different way and spreading it out over like, and spreading it out over the course of like 2 weeks. And it was totally unintentional. No, that's not genius, dude. That's me being a drunk redneck and just like, yeah, I'll read
you say comments. That as if those things are mutually exclusive, sir.
They are mutually exclusive. I've never met a redneck in my life.
Agree to disagree, sir. Agree to disagree. Listen, you stumbled on a gold mine because, first of all, people are never going to not want to share their opinion, especially if they disagree vehemently. And you always want/need content. And so you have it so where you just have a content and commentary feedback loop. You'll never be like, man, I just have nothing to talk about on this week's live stream because there's always going to be one idiot who just won't shut the fuck up. Now, I want to know, have you had like repeat offenders where like week after week it's the same person who keeps like making video worthy comments?
So, once or twice, and that was kind of a weird situation. God, I'd have to think back of that. It was when I did my my Cyberpunk Edge Runners. I hated that show. I hated Cyberpunk Edge Runners. I think that and this guy, dude, like we went back and forth, like, and I did special videos for him. I didn't just do live streams. Like this guy, man, he thought he was God's gift. And he was like, yeah, but I'll be like here in the comments, like if you want to say anything, dude, go F yourself. Like I'm not, but most people who comment on the videos don't realize that even though I say it in a lot of my videos, not all of them, which is my fault, but they don't realize that I'm like, hey, I will, like, if you comment in my videos and my live streams, like the VODs after they go up, I read them on my Sunday live stream. So if you've got opinions about me, if you've got opinions about my guest, if you don't like what I'm saying, if you love what I'm saying, I read those every single week on Sunday. And you guys can tune in to hear what I say. And on top of that, you can argue with me in the chat. Most people don't realize that because I have 30% of my audience, or actually it's almost a perfect split. It's like a 33% of the audience that watches videos, 33% of the audience that watches just live streams. And then in the middle there's a 33%. And it's funny that it breaks down like that watches both. And so it's really only that 33% in the middle that bounces back and forth between the videos and live streams. And so I think that's one of the biggest issues that, and I would love for more people to show up and be like, I left this comment and I just want to see if you're going to read it. And then I've seen a few people that are like, and I'll get into it, dude. And I'll even start like fights with my live chat. Like, I don't care because it's fun. And
that's so on brand. I can see that.
But here's why it's fun. Is because we're talking about nerd shit.
Yep.
And it's fun. It's fun to just yell at each other once in a while. Dude, I had a guy a while back called me a douche in the chat. It was like, dude, you're just being a douche, this, that, and the other. And actually one of my mods like muted him. And I actually talked to my mod. I was like, hey, like don't do that. It was it was B.A. Turner. It was B.A. Turner. That's who it was. Because he and I were going back and forth. Yeah.
Oh man.
He and I were going back. But I messaged him. I was like, hey dude, like, you know, like we're cool. Cause and I talked to my mod and I'm like, hey, like I just, you know, he and I go back and forth like that all the time because and that's fine. And my mod was like, I didn't know. Do you not want me to mod the channel anymore? I'm like, dude, you're fine. I was like, but you got to understand, like, my chat is, we get to do that. Like, and I'm okay with that. And the next week he was back in the chat talking. Like, B.A. Turner was back in the chat. He's still here. He still, you know, shares stuff on Comic Shop Wednesday. He's you know, still in my Gilded and stuff like that. Like, there was no bad blood. It's just like we're nerds and we're, you know, we're talking about stuff. And I think that's like, you don't get to have that anymore. And that's
100%. That's the energy we need. And that's the energy that I also like to foster. Like I always say that one of the reasons why I've ever participated in this stupid ass culture war is to help bring about its end. So we can get back to arguing about whether or not Superman can beat Goku, whether or not Cyclops, who's a better tactician, Cyclops or Captain America, whose anime titties are the best in anime, and just arguing about stupid shit that doesn't matter, but we all love them like we're real people.
I wish people would realize, and because I've kind of gone back and forth on this, and I think I have settled in probably an unpopular spot, but
okay.
If you're on Twix, as I call it, Twitter, X, you know, Elon's place. I wanted to brand it Elon's place, and everybody's like, "No, we're not gonna." Like, come on,
why
dude.
Does that sound like why does that sound like the both the best and worst like children's show of like yesteryear? Like Eureka's Castle go off, Elon's place come on. Like, god damn it, I missed a good one, so now I got settled with this one.
That's the show with the white panel van on the corner.
Dude, it's like the big comfy couch is done. And you guys remember Big Comfy Couch? You guys remember that? Yeah. And then like Elon's place was next. And it's just like, God, that house looks like a place that I don't want to be. But anyway,
exactly.
I wanted to call it Elon's Place, but everybody was like, "No, you got to call it Twix." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right." But if you're over there, like you see this big discourse between like Comicsgate and Iron Age, or like Eric July versus EVS,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's just like, "Oh man, this drama, this, that, and the other thing." And admittedly, like a lot of that discourse gets pretty rough. But I'm like, but fans have always done this.
Mm-hmm.
They have always bashed owners. They have always bashed artists. They have always said, my guy's better than your guys. Like, and everybody's just like, guys, we wish this would all calm down, this, that, and the other thing. Nobody said that fucking once when it was Marvel and DC. But all these guys that have been arguing these points for years and going to bat for their favorite team for years were just like this. But, all of a sudden, you get Eric July and EVS or Iron Age and Comicsgate involved. Everybody's like, why is there so much drama? And I think I've kind of settled in that spot. And I'm going to say that that's probably a really unpopular opinion. But,
Yeah.
I mean,
It
dude, I remember having debates with friends of mine, like screaming debates about, oh God, like Dragon Ball Z was one of them.
Oh yeah,
Dude.
that's a friendship tester right there.
Oh, dude, like, oh, Vegeta's my boy. He's back there in the corner. Like, but man, dude, man, like I remember screaming at friends of mine over the fan stuff, and like, I mean, like face turning red. Like voice starting to crack, like you couldn't barely talk the next day, and you're like, hey dude, you good? And you're like, yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
But
that's what you're supposed to do.
But that's what you're supposed to do. And I kind of look at like the
Let
online
them
discourse.
fight.
Yes,
And-
exactly.
Like I'm kind of, like I said, I'm doing like a redo it, like I'm kind of redoing my channel and redoing my content and stuff like that. But if I would have thought of this like 6 months ago, I totally would have done it. But what's the problem here? Like, is there actually a problem? Like, unless there's like real world harm.
Mhm.
But if it's just Ethan Van Sciver guys going against Eric July guys, or Iron Age guys going against Comicsgate guys online,
Yeah,
what's the problem? Like, it's always been like that. Like, and people are just, oh well, it just doesn't look good. I just don't want little Timmy. I'd be like, dude, little Timmy wouldn't survive a day in a Halo 2 lobby.
right. Come on now.
And I remember,
Be real. Let's be real. Let's keep it real, son. Keep it real, son.
dude, I remember saying shit when I was 12 years old in the Halo 2 lobby that I should not have been saying.
Right. But
Uh,
that's the I feel like that's the blessing and the curse of the modern internet age. It makes everyone act brand new, and it also, everyone wants to stand on a moral high ground, and that, as well as the fact that tie in a good bit of parasocial relationship, because it's one
Oh,
thing when you're
yeah.
arguing about, Stan Lee versus versus whoever. Like, we're never gonna meet those guys, but like, you could go into EVS's chat right now and give him a super chat. He'll read it and say your name and thank you, and you feel a sense of connection to that. So not only is it the human tribalism and the sort of inherent my side's better of nerdery, but then you also have the parasocial relationship and the fact that so many people are also in these spaces trying to be creators. A lot of people want to be the next EVS or the next Eric July or their own version of that. So when they see Eric July get attacked, in a way they feel personally attacked, because they're like, well, I'm trying to be like him, or I'm trying to be EVS, And then meanwhile, more reasonable people are like, okay, I like this guy's books a little bit better. This guy was more on time. I agree with this guy's videos more, but at the end of the day, none of this shit really matters. That's why, like, I can say, I fuck with Eric July, but then I'll watch a quote unquote Eric July detractor video, and it's actually funny, and I laugh at that shit. And I even say to myself, you know what? That's some good points that person made there. Criticizing like Eric's books or whatever. Because to me, I'm not in this tribalism shit. I've gone back and forth between enough sides, right? In college, I went from, conservative Christian to liberal, non-religious theist to progressive atheist to liberal atheist,
Oh
going
shit,
back and
son.
forth. Was on fandom menace over here, then what rode more over here
Oh
was,
my god,
you know,
Fandom Menace.
yeah, I was on.
Oh
I went
fuck.
back and forth with all this shit way too many times for me to start picking sides again. Now I'm just like, look, I like who I like. I don't like who I don't like, but I'm not actually getting emotionally involved in none of this unless any of these people are paying my bills
Like-
or know my real name or can call me up and talk to me. If they don't fall in at least one of those three categories, I don't really care.
Yeah.
As long as, like you said, no real life harm is being brought to
Yeah.
anyone, then yes. But if it's just like this person does a live stream and says fuck this guy, and then he does a live stream EFAP the other guy, I don't care. I just don't
Dude,
care.
So one of the things you said, I'm kind of curious about, and this is something I've been thinking about.
I'll be right back.
In part to what you mentioned earlier, where you posted something and people are like, "Oh, well." Usually, you have a good response to your characters, but you get, "Oh, well, why is it like this? Why is it like that?" And all these nitpicking. One thing I've noticed is that I've kind of taken this from a I don't know, I don't want to say broader angle view, but just a different view on things where it's like, we need reviewers, right? And we need critics, and we need people giving feedback. But I think that there is a problem with a lot of the people in the space, whether it be comics or books or whatever. Sometimes there is criticism in the sense that it's like, well, that is actually not done correctly. Like, there's objective problems. And then there's a lot of times where I feel like people will critique something and it's just not how they would have done it. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just like they have trouble separating out themselves from what they're viewing. Do you feel like that's something that is kind of a unique problem to the indie space, or has that always been the case where people identify too much with the brands or the source material?
I think that I think it is something that you could find virtually anywhere, but I do think that in the indie space it's a little hyper focused, because so many times the people that you're sharing the stuff with are both, they're part creator and part consumer. So you share, like, if I share a cover that my guy did, my audience is full of creators of various levels and consumers of various levels. And so I feel like that makes a lot of people feel, for a lack of a better phrase, qualified to speak on things, or kind of like you said, they're not able to separate their personal taste or preference from objective perspective. So, like, if someone shares something on my timeline and they're asking for opinions or rate this 1 to 10, if the only problem I have with it is like the art style doesn't appeal to me personally, but I can still look at that and see that it was something that was created with intent, something that the person clearly knows what they're doing and they consciously chose to draw it like that. Like, there's a guy who I fuck with the long way. We've been following each other for like 4 or 5 years. His art style personally doesn't do much for me. Like, if I was just out completely unconnected to him and went to go like buy something, I probably wouldn't pick his stuff up because it just doesn't appeal to me. But that's not my invitation to come shit on it. That's not my time to say, hey, no, draw the faces more like this. No, he chose to draw it like that. And the most I might do, if someone was like, give me your rawest opinion, I would more likely ask them, hey, tell me about why you chose to put them in this. Or I would ask questions. I don't really agree with going to something and nitpicking based on personal taste and calling it like commentary or criticism. Like, whether it's the body
review.
type, right? Like, what is that? Like, I don't understand that.
What do I see? What do I see on all the YouTube video? My honest review of thing, and I'm just like, yeah, okay. If you have to put honest in front of it, like,
Like,
Well, and
totally
let's
honest,
be real.
raw.
You're like if you're trying to create content for YouTube or something like that, like are you really being honest about the level of response that you have to it? Like I maybe it's just me. There's not a lot of things that really like make me like animated enough that I want to go and make a video about how much I hated something. You know what I mean? Like but maybe I'm odd. I think I am just odd in that case. But
no. I think I think that's a personality type, though.
Yeah. Well, that's also not very interesting. You know what I mean? You want to see somebody hop around and get mad too.
Well, but it's what I had somebody say something a while back. God, what was it? It was I was getting animated, as you said. Like on a live stream.
It's entertaining, like I said.
And people were like, "Oh, you're performing for the camera and this, that, and the other thing." I was like, "Dude, you don't know me in real life." And they're like, "Oh, you wouldn't be doing this if the cameras were off." And I'm like, or
you'd be doing something more ridiculous.
Like, dude,
Right.
But like, I'm like,
this is me holding back. Like,
dude, you have no idea. My wife has literally looked at me like on stream, because she'll be on stream once in a while, and she's just like, "Can I say this?" I'm like, "No, don't say that on stream." And it's just normal words around our house,
right?
But no, but it's a personality type. I think is that you know, like mine, like. You want to get excited about something, and it's like, I'm excited about it. Let's tell the world, which seems like a great idea.
You would think like that.
You would when you're excited about it, and then you get done with your like, man, maybe I shouldn't have done that. It's like, it's not posted yet. I could probably take it down. Nah, let it ride.
We also have to remember that the indie space being made up of people who like fantasy novels, science fiction, comic books, and pulp films, or like B-reel films, are the same people that have those arguments about which character can beat the crap out of the other one, and that falls into the same genre when it comes to reviewing things. They're going to come at it like that. So it's all about the specific thing to them. It's never like the difference between, say, actual critics in the mainstream. We'll say 30 years ago, because for the last 30 years it's been retarded. But critics of 3 decades ago were trying to approach these things from an objective analysis point. Reviewers now are just the same guys that stand around the comic book shops and scream at each other. So you're going to get that level of dedication in their opinion, because that's what they are used to doing.
I feel like I half agree with that. But I feel like I half agree with that. But yeah, that's pretty accurate. You get it. You give the microphone to the fans, and that they're going to tell you what they think, and
how to do it better in their opinion.
Well,
but the key there is in their opinion.
I will say this. I think the only objective reviewers nowadays are people who, like, you don't give a crap about the personality writing the thing or making the thing. And I am actually getting into that place where it's like I don't care who you are. Just write the thing. If it's good, I like it. And it's like, I want to know, like, the less I know about you as a person, the easier it's going to be for me to read your book and like review it. I'm getting to a point, and I understand the importance of knowing people, especially as politically divided as the world is today. That's why this show exists, is because we want to know the guys to go to. But it's like, I only want to know so much about you to know that, like, you appreciate me as a customer. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to know so much about you to be like, you're just you said this about other creators and how dare, like, no, like, I just like, no, right. Like, you appreciate the fact that I gave you some money. I bought your book. I'm going to read your book. I know nothing else. I'm like, hey, right. He's a cool, like,
exactly. I know that you respect me. You respect my money. You respect me being a part of your community.
Mhm.
I don't need to know everything you've bookmarked on Twitter. That is none of my business. I don't need that. I don't need someone to show me that. Please keep that over there.
I've always said human brand marketing was crap.
Well, it's because humans are crap at everything, and that's just
We
kind of how
do.
we
We
do
find
it.
a way to ruin
yeah.
everything, even the best of things.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah,
Sadly accurate.
right. So before we get too far in the weeds, as if we're not already, dude, you got
The
some
weeds
books.
is where I live.
I do.
You got some. I know, right? Right. I lived in the sticks. That's what we called it. Anyway, I'm a redneck. But dude, you got some books that you put out, man. You got some projects that you're working on. We should probably get into some of those things. So
Yes.
Yeah, man. Let's talk about them.
I don't know where to start, to be honest. Like you've got multiple projects here. I went to like the Linktree earlier, you know, the one that doesn't have your second YouTube channel.
Listen. I can only take so many shellackings. Leave me alone.
Well,
I'm
you
just
better
kidding.
up
You can
your game
shellac me
because
as
I got
much
a couple of
you- you-
shellackings to
I was
give.
just about to say you can shellac me as much as you want. I actually have a very high pain
That-
tolerance.
That's not. No. What
You're
that?
welcome.
No.
You're welcome.
Phrasing.
You're
God.
welcome. You're welcome.
Nope,
Hello.
we're not going. No.
It's all right. Go there. Go there.
No.
Go ahead.
Mm-mm.
Keep inching.
Mm-mm.
You're right on the edge. Take
No,
another
he's
drink.
making it
and
worse.
leap.
He's
Take another.
making it worse.
Take another edge. Let it. Just let it
No.
happen. Just
No.
let it happen.
No.
Just let it happen.
No.
Okay,
Just
I'm
let
done.
it
I'm done.
Why
I'm
do
done.
Why do I feel like? No. What the?
Richard, step out 1 second, and it
Stranger
goes
danger.
immediately off the
I know.
rails.
Stranger danger. Stranger danger.
Yes, he needs to come back with a danger shirt, bro.
Do I need to just interject a question here? Because I've actually had a question on mine. Do I need to yank? Do I need to grab the steering wheel,
For the love
Royce?
of God, yeah, Jesus,
We
take the
do
wheel.
this when you walk away from the computer because you're the only one of us that actually pays attention to his mod rolls.
Okay, all right, Animaine. I have an important question for you, and that is how much Native American ancestry do you have? Because you have a studio that looks like the Geronimo
Yep,
Studios.
Geronimo.
So I'm potentially very upset. I just want to make sure this is okay that you've named the project this way.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I'm.
No, I'm kidding.
You asked, no, I'm going to play along with you a little bit because I don't know when to stop.
I am technically.
I don't know when to stop, and it's getting worse.
I was to say I'm a redskin actually. That was my school mascot in high school. So
Is that why you're fit? Never mind.
yes, yeah, I know these lights. I'm trying a new setup here. But
There you go.
anyway, so tell me about where did the name come from? Where did all that start?
Yeah. So funny. Oh, I say funny. I mean humiliating. But okay. So Geronimo Studios is actually similarly following the trend of my screen name Animaine, because that is Anna as in animated, because I'm a very animated person, as if you couldn't tell, and then my real name Jermaine. So literally when I started doing YouTube channels, my channel name was actually Pernch, Pernch, because I made the channel when I was a freshman in college, and it was just like a standard channel that's just like a dumping ground for like your favorites, just to have somewhere to store your favorites. And I was watching like Medea, and she was like, "I'm gonna punch you in the face," and I just heard it, and I just needed a channel name, so I named it Pernch. And then I started making content. People kept calling me Pernch, and I'm like, I don't like the way that sounds, so I came up with an actual name, and it was Animaine. And then about 3 years ago, when I started my my business, I named it. I gave it a stupid ass name that I don't want to say, but I'll say it because it's your show, and just to let you know that I respect the Crazy House enough to also supply my buttocks for more shellacking. So
Okay, no, you're making it worse. Like, God,
you're welcome.
No,
You're
no,
welcome. You're welcome.
I don't want
Take
your
the twerk.
buttocks over.
Take
no,
the twerk.
No,
Take the twerk.
There's hair on that twerk.
That if only you named your live streams, that should have been the name of this live stream. There's hair on that twerk. God dang it. That's too good.
Somebody in the chat needs to make that channel.
Somebody clip this. Somebody save
Just
this
clip
and
this
make that
moment.
shit.
Yeah, I'm sure it's already being clipped as we speak.
Yes, because I know the clip flu is strong in this chat. It has to be. The clip flu is strong. But
There will be at least 1 minute song revolving around Royce saying that.
yes, I love it.
Oh,
Was it slight
An updated intro
deviation?
here.
There
Yeah.
you go. Hell yeah! But what was I saying? Oh yeah, my dumbass company name. So I named it. I initially named it Milk Stained Arts LLC.
Yeah, it's you still got the URL there, man.
Yeah, cause I ain't got enough money to change the URL, so that's just gonna stay stupid. But I named it that because that was something that people used to say to me when I was little, because they would. Y'all remember the song "Insane in the Membrane," Cypress Hill?
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh God,
they would say that to me, but they would say Jermaine with the milk stain, and it was so fucking dumb. I do not know why to this day they made that a thing, but they just wouldn't stop. So my dumbass, when I'm an adult, thought, hey, I'm gonna take this thing that was made to like troll me when I was little, and I'm gonna reclaim it. And I told that to people, and not a single person said, hey man, you should probably name your company something else. I get what you're trying to do. Maybe do something else. And it wasn't until I told my fiance that she actually was like, Jermaine, I know what you're trying to do. I appreciate it. Literally name your company literally anything else but that. And I was like, yeah. I mean, I can make it the DBA and that'll be it. And then I talked to her and a couple other people about it, and we settled on Geronimo Studios, following the trend of naming something that already sounds kind of like my name. So Jermaine, Geronimo. And the Geronimo is, because people would say Geronimo when they jump out of a plane or something. And because I have all these creative projects and everything, it's like you're just jumping headfirst into craziness. You're jumping headfirst into creativity. So it's like Geronimo, and you're jumping into this universe with all this wonderful, crazy shit that you're going to get your life from that won't involve hairy twerks. I promise. There's 0 hairy twerks in Geronimo Studios. That's exclusively on the show. A Drink with Crazy.
For now.
It's so fun in here. Okay.
I need to stop drinking.
No, drink more. What are you talking about?
No, drink more.
You heard it, folks.
Drink
We
more.
broke Royce.
Everybody out there, if y'all, everybody that's drinking along with the show, I don't know if y'all play like drinking games while you're watching, but everyone, please take more drinks. We should all be nice and toasty by the time we end this show.
Oh, trust me. By the time we
I'm
get to
already
the end,
sinking in my chair, man.
There you go.
I can't tell you the amount of times that we've all been. The last couple of Saturdays. It's not the show that does it. It's the after show.
It's the show.
After the party, it's the hotel lobby. There you go.
Now it's the show. We get drunk on the show. We start throwing furniture out the windows in the after party.
Oh yeah, that's
R. Kelly Ignition. Sorry, I was like, what?
Bounce, bounce, bounce.
Right?
Bounce, bounce,
okay,
bounce.
thank you, dude. I was sitting there and I was. It was like after the party, so then I was just like, nope. Where is that from? Fuck, I'm old.
Well, that actually is from I can't remember what, but I think it's a Jay-Z song.
Yeah, no,
after
I
the
think
party,
it was
it's
originally
the hotel lobby, and somebody in the chat will pick me up.
but then like
But
R. Kelly redid it in
also talked
Ignition.
about that,
Yeah, like he did it
mention
in
that.
Ignition. Yeah, the Ignition remix. And that's what it was. Is it with the
Party,
Ignition?
it's the hotel lobby, and then the hairy twerk, and then
You got fucking shit.
it's my job to ruin your best dreams. We were supposed to talk about something serious. Let's
I
You're
wanted
supposed to
to
look
talk
at the
about your
project.
book, and you're bringing up Harry twerking and shit.
You
and I just-
started it.
I was just say, Royce, do not deflect. You have been
this
absolutely no help
This is a
whatsoever.
hell of
That's
your
my
own
privilege.
making.
I'm
It's your
allowed to
show, sir.
deflect.
It's your show, sir. You're supposed to.
I know. That's why I'm allowed to
great.
deflect.
Ah,
That's
okay.
the host privilege.
Fair. Okay, fine. I can't fight you on that privilege. I can't.
I mean, you could, and you would be right to, but you being a bitch right now. Anyway,
Hold up. Let me pull
Shots
out my
fired.
Martin hat. Let me pull out my Martin hat.
wait,
Now, I
is
want
this
you-
where you wait? Hold on, Anime. Is this where you get real still and all your boys are jumping in the background? Like, is that?
No, see, I don't need no boys to have my back. I'm gonna come for you straight up, man to man. Now, let's define this term "bitch" you use right here. Go ahead and define that for me. Come on, put that in context for me.
Okay. So like you're on a show. All right. So in a hypothetical situation, totally
Right.
hypothetical.
Of
Okay.
course.
You're on a show.
Yep.
Okay. And like the host is giving you shit and like to have fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like you don't give the host shit back because you're like, no, dude, it's your show. It's fine. I'll be respectful. Like that.
And you assume that I'm being that after I've just spent the last 15 minutes talking about how I'm going to twerk my hairy ass on you?
Well, the thing that I did forget to mention is the host may or may not be a little bit toasted.
Okay. So that's
More excuses, more
Dude,
deflection. I
that's
tell
your
you. I
when
tell
in
you.
doubt, bring up being drunk. Okay.
I'm a fucking drunk redneck.
I was gonna say, to be fair, that is kind of on brand.
Blame it on the booze.
See, I was gonna say, y'all remember that? What is it? Blame it on the alcohol. Whose song was that? Was it T-Pain and Jamie Foxx? That was in like 09. Blame it on the
shoot.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I
that
think
wasn't
so.
Jamie. No, that wasn't Jamie Foxx. It was
It was.
no.
On the chorus.
Was it Jamie Foxx?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
I'm telling you, I don't
it
know
was
if
T-Pain. No, T-Pain was in that, but I didn't think that was Jamie.
T-Pain was in
Foxx.
everything in 2009.
Dude, T-Pain was in
He was.
everything.
It was Jamie Foxx.
Was
Thank
it?
you.
Yeah.
Because that was also when Jamie was randomly in a bunch of shit too. I think he dropped the album at that point too.
Yeah,
Jamie
because he was
Foxx,
trying
Blame
to
It.
like break
Yeah,
into the music
it's his
scene.
apparently.
It's his featuring T-Pain. So it was Jamie Foxx featuring T-Pain.
Oh, there you go.
It's just called Blame It.
That's right. My God, dude, that was a long time ago.
Search
I know.
engine
I'm
food.
feeling old right now.
We
I'm
are
like-
old as shit.
I was like, that's yeah. Never mind. Too long ago.
Dude. I was talking with my buddy the other day, and I was like, he's like, man, how long have we known each other? And I've literally known him like 2 weeks longer than my third kid has been alive or has been, out of the womb. And he was like, yeah, dude. He's like, how long have we known each other? Like 8-9 years? I was like, dude, we've known each other like almost a decade in a few months. And he goes, yeah, when you say it like that, you should just not.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you're not wrong. Because yeah, we've known each other for 10 years. It's okay. But when you say, yeah, I've known you for a decade, they're just like, yeah, can you not say that? Like,
wait till you get to the part where you're like, I've known the part of my life where I've known you is longer than the part of my life where I didn't know you.
I actually have people in my life like that.
That's good. Keep them. Drink with them.
There's like 2, and that's it. But yeah. So, all right. So Geronimo Studios.
Geronimo
Studios.
I had to correct you instantly because in my real life, I've had enough people call me Jerome to where I refuse to sit through it anymore.
No,
I've
you're
been
fine.
called every J name that a black man can have other than my actual name.
I have been called Reese. I've been called Rice. I've been called there was a weird one.
Rice?
Like, dude, people don't understand my name.
This must be a you thing. I've never had anybody
Dude,
make fun of my name or
when you-
use
no,
any
no, it's not that
alternative names there.
It's not that they make fun of it, is that
I know, Royce.
It's
I'm just
not
trying
a
to move things along here. Tell us about your project, man. I want one question about the project.
I appreciate that he did that. I was about to
One question, because I'm going to bed soon. I'm turning into an old man
Oh, damn.
as we speak.
It's
Oh, no,
happening.
we talked
I'm
about
the
being
old
and
one
now
here.
he's got
Yeah,
Price
well,
is right,
you don't have little kids, so that's my excuse.
Yeah,
I've had
now I'm
little
deflecting.
kids. I've had
Enough
little-
deflecting. Animaine, start talking.
All right. All right,
You
all
can't
right.
use him as your deflection. That's racist.
Listen, this is equal opportunity land. We off that. If you're allowed to say Negro, he's allowed to deflect to the Negro.
We never decided if I was allowed.
You just commandeered it. It's your show. You're Andy Milonakis. You made the rules, sir.
Oh my God, Andy Milonakis. Oh fuck.
I
He's
like
thrown
peas
out-
on my head, but
Oh
don't
my
call me a pea head. Don't
God.
listen. I'm here to
Fucking
do two things.
Andy Milonakis, dude.
Yes, I'm here to do two
How
things.
the fuck old are we? Who in the chat remembers Andy Milonakis? Let's see.
Now I'm curious if he's dead.
check.
Oh, is he still alive or dead? I
I
thought
think he's still alive.
He is
I think
alive.
was
What do you
doing,
know?
like-
I
yeah,
thought he got
was
out of
doing
rehab like a
podcasts
few
and
years
shit.
ago.
Yeah.
Oh man, what's a Milonakis? Too much Jim B. Yeah.
What's a
Yep.
Milonakis?
Yes. Who? They don't know. Three Loco? No, not Three Loco. Fuck that. You got
Four Loko?
Yeah. You
Oh,
get the Four
Lord.
Loko. No clue what the fuck is that. Wow. What is the average age of the chat? And by that, just type your ages down in the chat because you all sound very, very young. All right. Animaine.
Yes.
When did you become
I love
a
you and
Fed,
I
Royce?
hate you. I love you because I have fun. I hate you because as an interviewer, I can't interview you the way that I should.
Listen, it is my job to derail everything as much as possible and supply references. That is what I came here to do. Okay.
So he's
But
your average tabletop D&D player.
there you go.
Iron Age Media 82. Fuck you, Iron Age Media.
Nice.
Feels that way
Never
sometimes,
can.
doesn't it, Richard?
It's ticking upwards. I'm gonna be ready to be elected president very soon.
Perfect.
You got to hide in your basement for a year first.
Dude, it
Never-
seems like
no.
the average age to be elected president is about the age where your nuts hang 3 inches off of the floor. It's like,
Right.
can we?
If you can't give them double duty as like a necktie or some shit, then you ain't old enough, bro. you ain't old enough.
If you can't,
That's an
tie them
interesting
in a
bolo
knot or
tie you
tie
have
them in a
there.
Bow, you can't be president.
All natural.
Exactly.
Oh, jeez, dude.
Do
It's
your
a-
nuts hang low?
Low
To the bubble,
to the flow. Can you tie them? You
Can
remember
you
that?
tie a bit of ball? Oh my god! All right, let me go Usan Albano, and then we can talk about these stories. If that's
Oh, God.
okay with the chat, it
Yeah,
better be okay
go
with
f-
that.
Why are you asking permission? Is it
No,
like-
to talk about the thing. I mean, I'm a P regardless. I'm just letting you know what we do. But anyway, I shall return.
This is going to happen.
Oh,
Oh,
my
boy.
god!
I tried my best there. I gave my
I
best
know.
shot.
I'm sorry.
A valiant effort, Richard, but there's
I
just
grabbed
no
the steering wheel twice.
No.
Yeah,
There's no
no.
bringing
I
this
give
train
up now.
back on the
Problem-
tracks.
I think
I'm just gonna
the
tuck and roll out of the vehicle here.
I think
9:30.
the problem is that Animaine and I are way too fucking similar.
Oh,
to
I
keep
know.
the
I know.
show
I'm
on
like, the passenger is on board with whatever chaos we're getting into tonight, so I don't
I
feel
know.
any guilt.
I don't like the last couple weeks, you know, were great, and you know, because
The
everyone's like,
passenger
shut the
has
fuck
put
up.
his
and-
foot on the gas. And
Right?
Oh god, he's just like Animaine gets here, he's like, I'm all for accelerating this bitch wherever it goes. No, don't do that.
I'm
Oh,
just going to
man.
enjoy the ride.
Oh god.
I was gonna say the thing I forgot to mention is that I finally locked in all the submissions for issue number 5, but apparently none of a lot of emails didn't go out, so I'm still having trouble with my email provider. So I'm getting people. I've gotten none of the normal responses and several. Hey, are you going to get back to me about whether or not I was accepted? And I'm like, this is like the third person to ask me. I wonder if any of these went out.
no.
Yeah, I despise. I like Hostinger for everything except email services because apparently they suck. So I'm gonna have to figure out some alternative. But yeah, that's locked in. Monday, or maybe Tuesday, we'll be launching the campaign because I didn't get everything set up on Fund My Comic in time, and it usually takes a day for them to get everything done. So
yeah, at least.
Yeah, so we'll see, but issue 4 is already humming right along, man.
That's awesome, dude.
I figure I'll do a little bit of my outro stuff. I'm going to be setting up the straw poll voting for February prompts, which I was supposed to do last Friday, but I forgot. So,
hey,
he returns.
Ray Haylock, Tug's web guy says he can fix your emails for you. So Richard, you guys
Oh,
need to touch base with each other and connect, do that networking thing that the white women came up with back in the 80s. I don't know. I blame all crap like that on white women.
You're gonna have to
I've
suffer
noticed
that
that.
awkward silence.
I've noticed that. When in doubt, blame the white women.
Dude, but it makes so much fucking sense. It makes so much sense.
We've gone from racism to misogyny.
Oh,
How the fuck is that misogynist?
You doubling down. You got to double down on your bigotry. If you're gonna be racist, you might as well be a racist and sexist. I mean, shit.
Yep.
Might as well. Whatever. Fuck it. Let's go. Let's fucking
Fuck it.
go.
We'll do it live.
We'll do
Being
it
racist.
live.
Assert dominance, Royce. Let's go.
Nah, dude, I got too many beers in me for that right now. And we gotta talk, dude. Been trying to talk with Animaine
Yes,
for
okay,
a half hour about his fucking books.
Yes,
it's like,
okay.
hey guys, here's this really cool dude. He's totally cool to joke around and have fun.
so this is where I ask, what are your top 3? Like, what are the 3 anime to get to know you? Because you're a pretty big anime guy, correct?
Oh, no.
Indeed, I am.
All right.
Okay. So starting off, we have to shout out the recently departed Akira Toriyama, and Dragon Ball. Really, Dragon Ball anything, but specifically Dragon Ball the OG and Dragon Ball Z up to the Cell Saga. I like the Buu Saga enough, but
Yep, nope.
it peaked
I'll agree with
Cell
you
Saga
100%.
1000%.
Yep, I agree with you. Yep. Yeah. Anything after the Gohan Cell fight just should have just gone away.
Yeah, like I'm fine with it being here, but I'm also fine if it had stopped here.
Yes,
and that was so influential to me that a lot of that influenced the way I write and make characters, as well as my artist style for one of the books, Bond of the Blade. So definitely, if you're familiar with Akira Toriyama's work, you will feel right at home when reading my shit. Then next, I would say Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Specifically,
interesting.
No. I fucks with Full Metal. And Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is my home, and that one because I feel like especially for it to be a shonen property, it is so deep and it touches on so many different things from a societal standpoint. Like, it could have just been mindless fighting and spell casting that they just happened to call alchemy, but they really went deep with like all the different stuff, and with Nina and with just everything.
I had somebody tell me one time to skip like Full Metal Alchemist and just go right into Brotherhood, and I got like, no bullshit, like an episode and a half into Brotherhood, and I was like, all right, I don't know. So like I think what I need to do is I need to just start from Full Metal Alchemist and then go all the way through and then just go into Brotherhood.
I don't think that's wrong. I mean, they're both. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But like, I think it was the wrong starting point for me. Was Brotherhood, because I just couldn't get into it, and I feel like as hype as people make it sound. Now that being said, oh shit, what's that? Oh no, what is it? Not Trigun, the other one. God damn it!
Outlaw Star.
No,
Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop.
Okay. Well, I'm like space western, anime space western.
Yeah. So Cowboy Bebop, a buddy of mine hyped it up. It's like one of his favorites. So I watched the original anime. I got like 12 episodes in, and then I realized it was only 24 episodes. And there was no more. That was it. That was all there
That was
was.
it.
It was 24 episodes, and halfway through the story, I was just, or halfway through the anime, through Cowboy Bebop, I was like, wow, this is retarded.
Wait, okay.
Hold on, and here's why. Is because halfway through, there's only 24 episodes. I was hoping for like 100 episodes. Because, and had there...
Most shows are not Dragon Ball Z.
I am aware. But however, the pacing of Cowboy Bebop, the character development was paced out for a much longer story. And when I realized that by the time I got to episode 24, like there wasn't really going to be a whole lot of character evolution, things like that, I was like, no, I'm out. That's not, again, voice acting, animation, the soundtrack is fucking god tier. God, that jazz, like, and I understand why it is. But again, Cowboy Bebop didn't grab me. It's just like, if I'm going to get into something, like, I want to get into it. Like, I want to dive in. That's why I'm so pissed off that, like, Black Clover hasn't released episode 171 and why they're never going to. And they did some dumbass fucking Netflix fucking movie that literally broke the canon. And everybody's like, oh my God, Black Clover, the Netflix movie, it's amazing. And I'm like, you people are fucking mouth breathers. Anyway.
There it is. There's that nerd brain kicking in.
Dude. No, when the
It's a Royce rant.
anti-magic
Just let it
sword
happen.
that traditionally touches magic and the magic goes away, and he has to like heave-ho the anti-magic sword through the magical barrier, and he's like, "Hurr!" And it's like, no, it's anti-magic, and like the show established that it would just magic. Why is it not doing that right now? It literally broke the dude. I hated the Netflix movie. It literally broke the canon. So anyway, what is your third?
Real quick though, Royce. What is the sound it made again when they was trying to force it in there?
Hey babe, what's the sound that I make when I'm trying to force it in there?
Did you just ask what I think you asked?
It was, I don't know if you were here for that. Sorry, my wife is here. So that was a perfect time to ask her that question. No,
Yes.
it was, do I or do I not make the sound? Is that a sound I make? My wife is so confused. She's just like, I'm going to leave right now.
Well, in my mind, you just asked me what it sounds like when you force it in.
Oh,
Like,
God.
so I don't understand.
Okay. Boy, this show has gone really far the fuck off the rails.
I had to mute so I could laugh for real.
He says I had to mute.
That was too good.
I'm gonna go play video games.
She's leaving. She's just like, I'm not.
Okay.
Wow, I made my wife
Good
uncomfortable.
night,
That doesn't
Mrs.
happen.
Royce.
That doesn't happen very often. That woman is not shy at all, and she's like, I'm leaving.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
And I'm the reason why that moment happened. If this is not proof that I was made for the show, I don't know what is. Anyway, my third anime to get to know me. Okay, I'm gonna try to stay somewhat on the reins right now. Third anime I'd say to get to know me, it is a tie. It is a tie between Rurouni Kenshin and Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Two wildly different anime, but I think both reflect sides of me for two various different reasons. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid because I love me some as much as I love planet popping battles and muscular demons being entirely too emotional. I also love me some slice of life and some dragon titties. And Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid has those in spades. Also, it has one of the most wholesome relationships in all of anime, where a dragon woman from one dimension comes over and falls in love and dedicates her life to a schlumpy, completely borderline boy-bodied cubicle worker woman in Japan. And I'm like, you know what? I'm here for this, and I'm here for this, and not even for like nasty reasons. It's just a very wholesome, well done relationship, I think. And then Rurouni Kenshin, because you have that. One of my favorite tropes in writing is like the tortured soul who on the surface just looks like a goober, and you look at him and like, oh, you're crazy, you're silly, you're aloof, you're all this stuff, but they have like this tortured past that they're trying to atone for. So like if you're familiar with like Doctor Who or anything like that, where like the person, you look at them on the surface, you're like, man, this person is a fool, but then you fuck with them and it's like, oh no, you the shit, you the real shit. I wasn't prepared for this at all. So yeah, I'd say both of those tied for my the anime that you should know to get to know me.
Trigun did that too.
It did. Vash the Stampede. I actually, one of my old screen names was had Vash the Stampede in it because he is also a very well done version of that trope.
I would say for me, it would be Gundam Wing, Princess Mononoke, and the Get Backers.
What's the Get Backers? What's that?
I was gonna say I never heard that one.
I have.
And a lot of people haven't. It is they did 47 episodes, I believe. And it's a lot to go into, but yeah, go look it up. The Get Backers anime. Get Backers being one word. But go look up the Get Backers anime. It was on Amazon Prime for free for a while, so I watched it like 3 times. It is by far one of my favorite animes that I have ever seen in my life, probably because it was one of those things like I saw when I was a kid. I think the animation is absolutely fantastic. I think the characters are really fun.
I'm fairly certain it's on Crunchyroll.
The fights are... dude, is it on Crunchyroll?
I believe so, yeah.
The fights are insane, and it's one of those, the characters are kind of like goofy sons of bitches. But then like halfway through the fight, like the bad guy wants to taunt them, and then they get serious, and it's one of those oh shit moments. Like I will never forget this moment where one of the main characters, like, and they're still fighting, and the one guy, he's like, oh, I'm gonna beat you, you have no idea, like, I'm we might have had our thing back in the day, but I'm totally gonna take you down. And the main character is just like, all right, I'm done, and he tears the dude's arm off. And it's one of those still slow-mos where like they're passing each other and dude's arm is in the air. And it's just, he's just like, okay.
I want to watch this.
Dude, and he's just like, there are so many scenes like that in this where it's just like the bad guy is just like, oh, like you can't beat me. You don't know how to beat me. And then all of a sudden the main character is just like, yeah, but I haven't gotten serious yet. Do you really want me to do this? Or they'll just mumble it under their breath and be like, okay, if you really want me to do this. Like, dude, there are so many scenes like this. And they're not just like with just like the main characters, but just like kind of like the side characters too. And just some of the dude, the Get Backers is probably my favorite anime that I have ever seen. Not to say that there aren't some cringe moments, because it was like an early 90s, or it was late 90s, early 2000s product. So,
Yeah, it definitely looked like it. But I fuck with this hair, though. This hair is on. This some anime ass hair.
Right? Dude, yeah, no, it was back in them days, dude. But I'm telling you, man, the characters are on point. There's it's brotherhood, it's friendship. In that show, and that was really like a through line of the show is this is like brotherhood, friendship, things like that, like doing what's right, leaving that bad past that you had, because everybody has a bad past, right? Everybody's got those skeletons. You leave that behind, and you try to become somebody bigger and better than you were in the past. A lot of those notes, a lot of forgiveness too. Characters having to forgive each other for things that were done in the past. Just overall, dude, there's so many really good themes in the show that just resonate. The Get Backers is my favorite anime that I have ever seen. It's almost been taken over a couple of times, but the animes that tried just kind of didn't stick the landing, or just haven't fucking landed yet.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna definitely check it out. Definitely check it out. You definitely piqued my interest. Also, real quick, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time talking about it, but another one I just have to throw in there, Yu Yu Hakusho. That's all I'm gonna say. Yu Yu Hakusho. If you fuck with Dragon Ball Z, you gotta go watch Yu Yu Hakusho. You have to.
Kuwabara.
Kuwabara all day. I'm Team Kurama, but Kuwabara is also the truth.
Oh shit!
The originator of the one hit point meme.
Oh my god.
Actually, dude. So that being said, like I think that the best anime in this last year that I have seen is Shangri-La Frontier.
Can't say I've seen that one. Admittedly, I have been off my anime game lately, partially because my life has just been too on fire for me to be watching and paying attention. I'll want to watch something, I'll have it queued up, and then just not get to it. Not because I'm not interested, but it just gets away from me. My mind is kind of
John A. Douglas down in the chest is back on the comic. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but I've tried like 6 times to talk about this man's
We're
book.
doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. I don't care. I don't care if this is all we talk about for the rest of the night.
Richard has to go.
Yeah, but like
No, I'll stay and listen. And hold on here. I'll help you get through it. There. All right, go ahead.
Fuck off, Richard.
That was too good. Oh man. Okay, but yeah, I saw you had Bond of the Blade pulled up there, so definitely I will go in on that. Currently, I do have some free material on Global Comics, and I'm getting ready to launch the Kickstarter for the official first issue for that I'm planning on dropping early next month. But yeah, what it is that's such a funny phrase to say, but I like to call it a shonen style martial arts comic book, which centers on 3 friends who have a guardian angel who actually they get their powers from. They're martial artists in their regular day-to-day life, and their city is being taken over by this mega gang that has this drug that gives them powers, call themselves the Zealots. And to fight this gang, these 3 friends become this trio of martial arts heroes who call themselves the Heretics. They go by Shen, Chant, and Vice. And their guardian angel, Ashira, is actually resides in the sword of the leader, Shen. So that's where they get their powers from. And you can see with some of the art there, my artist Goichi Monji, he takes a lot of cues from Akira Toriyama, as well as a lot of other 80s and 90s style manga and anime, where it's very exaggerated. Why are we okay? Is everything okay? Why are people getting hit with hammers?
It's called foreplay, dude. Get used to it. It's fine.
Okay, well, goddamn, bro, can't you?
I mute him, and this is what happens.
Damn it! There's no escape. There's no.
Yeah,
escape.
I know. I give up. But, the car's in the ditch. We're in the center median crossing.
It's too late. We're already in the hole. We're already in the hole. But yeah, getting back on topic, Bond of the Blade, you can see with the art there how much Goichi Monji takes that really exaggerated anime style and manga style, which I have to admit, the stuff you're showing there was like some of his first interior work, which while I still love it, it is not reflective of like the stuff he can do now. Part of that actually is even how he draws, as I'm sure you can see, most of my characters are black. And one of the things about that 80s, early 90s manga style is there weren't a ton of black characters back then. So it takes a little bit of creativity to apply like how to draw like texturized, like Afro texturized hair or like African descendant features and applying it to that style. That's why sometimes you'll see Shen and he looks like he just has bushy hair. That's supposed to be like a very anime nappy ass afro, basically, with a slightly looser curl pattern, which is more apparent in his newer pages. But I still love the way he draws. Like obviously you can see with like the flaring up of the aura, which is every self-respecting shonen anime has a thing to call its power system. Dragon Ball has ki, Naruto has chakra, Bond of the Blade has aura. So that's basically like their spiritual energy that they fight with, their aura. And each of them have like a different like aura skill or aura power that they fight with. Shen's is a bit more basic because he's kind of like the Ryu of the team. So, you know, it's a little more straightforward where he can send out his aura as projectiles, either from his sword or from his fists or from his feet or whatever. Chance is actually all vocal based because she's more of a as I'm sure you can tell, a vocal character. She's in her day-to-day life, she sings in church, and she's just a very, you know, upbeat sort of character. So her powers are all based in her voice, shooting sound waves, key attacks from her throat and everything. And Vice, being the powerhouse, I got a little creative with him because I thought, you know what, I want him to be like the tank, but I don't want him to be like just a straightforward big strong guy. So his thing is he can manifest wings, since, you know, they have a guardian angel. So he manifests wings, but he uses them typically like a shield or like a barrier, instead of just to fly, although he can also fly.
Nice.
Yeah. And yeah, I really love how Go Ichimonji isn't afraid to lean into some of the exaggeratedness of like expressions or when they're fighting. He's actually been my artist since day one for Bond of the Blade, and he really is more than just like
this
someone
here. Like when you're saying the expressive, a dude getting hit,
Yeah.
multiple dudes getting hit in the chest, like that is a perfect
right
representation of like what would happen if you're getting like that is fantastic.
And he even thinks the way he draws and interprets a lot of the ideas that I put in the script, like some of that. So you see how it hits the guys and it says wham. I didn't tell him to put that in there. I just communicated to him that when Shen is attacking, he's not trying to kill them. So even though it's a slash from a sword projectile, it's something that's going to hit them with like a blunt. With blunt force. It's not like a slice. So he just knew to put wham in there. And, you know, little stuff like that is why I'm like, you know what, that's why I just need to stick with this guy forever. You know, and he's also very open to criticism. He's very open to different perspectives. Like I said, even things like the hair, the eyes, changing certain elements about the costumes. And hopefully next time I come on, which I don't want to, I don't know. Actually, how do you do with like repeated guests, Royce? Or is it just like I come on the one time and then that's it? I'm
never again. You'll never be on here again. This is your only chance.
No, that's an absolute
lie.
No, the way that works is there's two ways. One, you got a new project out, you're getting ready to promote, and we have you back on because you got another project. And you have reached out to us in a timely, like months before you get ready to do it. That's the thing. It's like, because at this point we've got months worth of people that we're still trying to get to. But yeah, and then
or if you have the intensely bad judgment to get on one of our panel streams.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay, okay, I got you. So I come in ready to talk, and then I just backdoor and be like, "Hey guys, that campaign live. Can we talk about that a little bit there, a little bit there?" I mean, you
just have to talk over everybody else because it'll be complete chaos.
Dude, the panel streams are a little bit nuts. The panel streams, I don't know if you've ever seen one. They get
busy.
Yes.
That's not even a lie. I don't think we talked about anything that we wanted to in the last one.
Nope.
And it was fucking rough. Dude, we did one panel stream and because it was kind of like a celebratory thing for me. And I had 9 motherfuckers absolutely roasting me on my. It was my idea, by the way.
9? Oh my God.
Yeah, because we had 10 people in that stream, and like I got roasted to shit. Like it was,
A glorious time was had by all except Royce.
I think one time. What was it? Didn't we start yelling at each other about like AI art and shit like that? And like it got really bad. And like one of our guests was just okay, we need to stop. Like it was.
I always bounce early because it's always packed. So I'm like, I'm just gonna get out of here and let somebody else who wants to partake of the chaos.
The panel streams are They're a little chaotic, but that is, and here's the thing: I was like, pay attention to like Twitter and stuff like that. It's like, hey, we've got a panel stream coming up, and it's open up to all of our past guests. That's one thing I actually want to make very, very clear to everybody here, because we have a lot of people who like still want to be on the show. The panel streams are for past guests of the show, and the reason being is because the panel streams get chaotic. And there's no possible way that we can give a proper promotion without going like right back into the jokes or the lulls or like whatever that we were doing. I mean, if we're gonna give a proper promotion to somebody, we want to give it time like you, Animaine. Like, here's 2-3 hours on the show. Like, come sit down, talk with us, tell us about your personality, tell us about your life, tell us about the anime you like, tell us about the stories that inspired you to write, tell us about your books. We can't give that to you on a panel stream, which is why if you haven't been on the show before, you're not invited to the panel streams because we can't give you a proper promotion.
Gotcha.
You know,
that
it's
makes
kind
sense.
of, you know, and the people who've already been on the show, they've already kind of got that proper promotion. And when I intro them, I can say, hey, by the way, this person was on and we interviewed them about this, and here's their book. And I can kind of do that in the intro and kind of do it very quickly. But the panel streams turn into absolute fucking chaos.
Completely understand. I mean, I've someone who's been on bigger streams with bigger in terms of like the people who are on it. Like it's just a shit ton of people on the stream. Like the maximum amount of people who can be on the stream, and I'm on it. It's like you can't even I can't even say you can't get a word in edgewise. You can't get a thought in. You can't do anything. And if you manage to somehow corral that and then just stop and just to shill something or plug something, that would completely kill the flow. So like you really just you gotta just kind of let it do what it do. Like
you've got to, and that's why when you say, hey guys, I gotta go, and it's like, oh great, wonderful. Plug your shit before you leave, drop a link. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that, because that's really
just how it has to happen.
Yeah. And it's a panel stream. It's there for fun. It's and that's what we do it for. And we want to bring some of our guests back on and our guests back together and have a fun time with the chat and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, there's ulterior motives there on our end. And it kind of makes it easier for us. It's like, oh, we've talked with all these people before. We know how it's all going to go. You know, like RH Snow down in the chat. She's been on a few panel streams, you know.
Shout out to her. She's dope. By the way.
Dude, she's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Hail to the queen.
So what's this other thing over here that, what's this one?
Yes, the Spider Circle, my other baby. So that is completely going in an opposite direction. We're going from shonen style cultivation martial arts with some comedy mixed in. We're going to Western urban fantasy adventure, which is a phrase that if John Douglas is still in the chat, that's gonna make his mouth water, because you know we talk about that fantasy. But yeah, the Spider Circle is a completely different beast. That one's a bit more in the works still. I'm working on both issue 1 for both the Spider Circle and Bond of the Blade right now. But Bond of the Blade is closer to completion, which is why I'm campaigning for that one first. My artist for that, for Spider Circle though, Rosalind Summers, who she recently came back from maternity leave, so shout out to her. But I just love her art style so much. I love the way she does faces and expressions. She has this mix of like, it's like realism, but also cartoony. And I'm like, yes, that's what I need.
What does this remind me of? This reminds me of... No, that's not. I almost wanted to stay like the Static Shock cartoon when I was a kid, but it's not that. There's something else. There's another cartoon I'm thinking of that had an art style similar to this, and it's not.
Your guess is as good as mine, man, because honestly, when I see this, I just think Rosalind. I just think Rosalind.
No, it just, and honestly, here's what it could be. It could be one of those things that like reminds me of something, but isn't actually that thing. Yeah. Which is really good because people make that cognitive connection of like, oh, I've seen this before. and they actually have it, and they spend that time like, where have I seen this? Where have I seen this? Why does it feel so familiar? It may not be, but that feeling of it being familiar is hugely important.
That's a really good point. And I actually do get that feeling when looking at her art. It's like it feels familiar. And that's one of the things I want the story to elicit, where it feels familiar, but it's something that's also brand new. That's why I made a lot of the choices I made. Like, I set it in the 1960s. And specifically because I wanted to play around with like different aesthetics from that time, from fashion to some of the architecture, cars. But I set it on an alt earth because I'm like, hey, this thing is full of a bunch of black and brown people, and people who aren't straight, and women who are in a lot of different positions of leadership and importance. And I don't want to mess with the dumbass social customs and politics of the actual time period. So I'm gonna just set it in a world where that stuff happened differently, and all that stuff's gone now, or it's not like prevalent in the culture anymore by this time.
Dude, you know, people used to be able to do that and not have to give the fucking preface that you just did. You remember those days?
I miss them so much. I miss them so much.
People, nobody be like, but what about the social movement of the 1960s?
Because I'm like,
nobody said that shit.
Everybody, it was just understood.
It was just like, oh, like you created a world like this. That was it. Nobody asked about like the real world stuff.
Right. And I don't, that was the same way Stan Lee came up with mutants because he didn't want to keep having to figure out backstories. This is that. Where I'm
no,
like,
bro,
look,
no, dude, what you don't understand is that they were always representative of minorities. I don't know if you know this.
Always.
I've been on Twitter. I've been on Twitter in the last 30 days. Okay. And I know that Stan Lee back in the 60s was always writing the mutants about minorities and
that's all it ever was. That's all it ever was. Like when he was drawing Professor X, he was looking at a picture of Martin Luther King. Like literally was like,
in a wheelchair because we have to make sure that we get that wheelchair representation.
Yep.
Yeah, because that was what they worried about back then.
And Gambit was always a thing.
What a bunch of dumbass motherfuckers that believe that shit.
Oh man, I miss the days of good sense and where people didn't make shit up, or at least when people made shit up, there were more people to be like, that's some bullshit.
Dude, but, I want to get back to the day and time when a guy like yourself is like, yeah, I wanted to write a story, so I did. Instead of having to be like, well, I didn't want to have to worry about. He's like, yeah, I got women in power. I got all these other people in power because that's just the world that I wrote.
Right.
But I didn't want to worry about the like you should not have to say that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, and what pisses me off about you having to say that is twofold. One, the fact that you have to say it, and two, is that as soon as you do, motherfuckers are gonna pick sides.
Yeah.
It's just like, because somebody would hear you, and I know that you're not this way. They'd be like, oh, he's woke. He's putting women in power and fucking all that, And then other people, you know what I mean? And then other people, based off of some other stuff that you would say tonight, you'd be like, oh, he's an Uncle Tom. He's just trying to tell the white people that he's like them. Like,
right,
dude,
he's only saying this to make it easy on white people's feelings and all this stuff. And this is just covert, whatever.
But like also you like made a story where like women were in power, so like you're obviously woke, but you're obviously like God.
And that's pretty much the story of my content creator and writing life. Is that I piss off extremists I got one person who will look at me and be like, oh, you got a black woman, a dark-skinned black woman is the main character? Oh, this is obviously some woke bullshit. Mm-hmm. And then I got other people who look at it and be like, man, why is her best friend white? What you trying to say? Why her best friend can't be black? What you trying to say? Black people can't be friends? I'm like, What the fuck are y'all on? Where do y'all
Dude.
come from? Who moved
Dude,
the rock?
it's like I've never seen a white woman and a black woman talk ever. Oh wait, yes, I have. It's called fucking reality.
Right, come the fuck
Dude,
on.
dude, I had people try to call me woke.
I need to know why. You can't just leave that statement out like a bare ass in the wind. You have to elaborate.
No, dude, well, there was somebody going after my community a while back, Irwin, and what was his name? And he said something about like some people in the community. They were like, oh well, they were saying that woke people could be Iron Age, this, that, and the other thing, and like woke stories are welcome in the Iron Age. I was like, whoa, hold on, stop. And I was like, all right. The Iron Age is a movement about basically writing good stories without political agenda in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, so a woke person, somebody who's culturally Marxist, who believes in all of that shit, but who writes a story, let's say they're woke, right? But they believe that storytelling should be without all the political agenda. And they write just a good story without all of the political agenda, right? Could that be Iron Age? Because they believe that storytelling just needs to be storytelling and you shouldn't put your politics in it? Yeah, they could do it. Is it probable that that's going to happen? Fucking no. And now I'm woke. I believe that, I back the woke and all that because I said somebody who believes that they could write a story without their political bullshit in the fucking story. But they happen to be woke. I don't know, dude.
Oh, to play by their rules, and still they come for you.
Oh, dude.
Would you like to borrow my white privilege, Royce?
Nah, dude, I'm good. I got a lot of white.
So what happens if you double it up? I'm concerned.
Like, wait, what are
Part
we
of the
doubling
experiment.
Jeez, right. If you double up, if you double up white privilege, that's called white trash. I know a lot of those people.
Oof. Oh man. But
oh shit, dude. But
yeah,
it's
all good,
dude. But no, I like what you're going. All right. So just real quick, I want to throw this out there. Go for it. And maybe it's just because I'm me, but
most likely
I appreciate an artist that actually draws women with some meat on their bones. Like,
you're welcome.
Dude, like my wife, like even when we met, like, she still had some meat on her bones. She wasn't one of these skinny minis where you could see bones. And and especially women who have children, these look like women who have had children. And I appreciate that. I do. Like, I know everybody's like, oh, the boobs and the butts and the I'm like, can we, I don't know. I appreciate women that look like women, not women that look like statues. I'd probably get called woke for that. I'm like, motherfucker, my wife isn't that way. Like, I
get you. But real shit, like that's something that I also consciously chose to put in the story because I'm like, a big part of this, and there are other women in there as well that are, the full figuredness, I figure one of the things that we see a lot, especially in today's culture, is the whole body positivity stuff. But then I'm thinking, okay,
which is wrong. Like, the body positivity thing is wrong. Like, you shouldn't be 600 pounds and proud of it.
Right. And that's why I'm going. I'm like, okay, what would be an actual real world application of saying, hey, there's more than one cookie cutter body type who can be people that are in the story and have focus and stuff. So not like someone who needs to go have 50,000 surgeries and only eat lettuce until they lose 400 pounds, but someone who is built like a regular real person. You know, there are plenty of people who have
Well, it's like
different body types,
it's
but
like right here.
aren't
Like, look at
like
this.
they're not statuesque. You know, I have
Like,
thinner
but this
people,
is
I have thicker people, you
yeah.
know?
Look right here. You got younger
Yeah.
people. They're in their look like a teen or maybe college age, and they're
Mhm.
thinner, right? They
Right.
haven't had kids, you know, so the bodies haven't thickened up a little bit. You know, it's a young person's body versus a person's body or a woman's body or even a dad's body who's in their 30s or 40s who've
Right.
had kids. It's a very different thing.
Yeah, and then even the age thing, even with the age thing, like why does everyone who's in there like do I have women in here who are in their like mid 40s and shit, and they have the bodies of women who've pushed out 2, 3, 4 kids. Is that
Mhm.
something that we need to shy away from? Like, yes, I know everyone Adonis bodies. Comics are a visual medium. Yes, I understand that. Does that mean everybody gotta look like a model or a video vixen or whatever? I
Well,
don't
it's
think
like
so.
no, dude, and like, and that going back to the because I mentioned Static Shock,
Mhm.
but like his dad was kind of a chubby dude,
He
but
was, Virgil's dad was like
dude,
definitely
but
dad bod, but it was that real
dude,
dad bod.
but yeah, but like realistic, right? But we ain't gonna say shit about that. But when it comes to women, my good God,
Oh no,
you
if she
know,
even got a little bit of a pudge on her, then you're obviously some woke libtard
oh,
who wants
and
women
and
to
then
all look like
dude,
whales or some shit.
it's like, dude, like the man, I people have gone so far off the rails with this shit. I've
Yeah.
just gotten to the point where I'm like, I want to highlight individuals from the indie world,
hmm
but I don't know if I want to be a part of the indie community.
Oh, you sounding real Tyler right now. You sounding real Tyler right now.
Dude, I love Tyler. I had him on the fucking show, dude.
Yeah, I
Agreed.
just
But
listened to y'all episode too. That was dope.
But it's because of shit like this, man. It
Yeah,
like
that's real.
it's because of shit like this. It's like I'm becoming less and less worried about like caring about the indie community
hmm
because I see infighting, I see crying, I see prejudice, and by prejudice I'm not talking about the white versus black prejudice. I'm talking about like ideological prejudice, right?
hmm
And and I get to a point where I'm like, I've seen people who are creating great things, and I look at their things and I go, man, and then they start butting heads,
hmm
and I'm like, but I don't care about that. I don't. And then people are like, what, Royce, what do you think about this? I'm like, what do I fucking care? I'm not here to give a fuck about a person's personality. Can they please write something that I can put in the hands of my kids and let my kids read, right? My kids could grow up with something cool, fun. Like, is that a thing? Is that a thing? Like I don't know how many indie creators out there need to know this or hear this, but nobody gives a fuck about who you are. Just put out a good book.
Yep. And I think that's a very hard pill to swallow in today's social media driven, personality driven economy, because in so many spaces personality is everything. Like if you're not putting yourself out there with like your personal opinions and everything. So then when you run into people who are just like, yeah, I couldn't, as long as you're not out here like skinning kittens and like running over old ladies with tractor trailers, I don't really give a fuck what you do.
I mean, like, how many people? Like, let's look at the gaming world. You guys seen all this shit happen with like the gaming journalists and like Kotaku and all these game devs and stuff. And they're like, oh,
journalists.
well, but yeah, but they're like, oh, well, we like this is who we are as people. And like, how many fucking people have you seen in our side of the internet go, we don't give a fuck about who you are? Just tell us about the game. Or just make a good game. Nobody gives a shit about who you are and what you believe. We just want a good game. I will say that to the indie crowd. Nobody gives a shit about who you are. Just write a good book. And then one day, after you write that good book, people will want to know who you are.
I think, while that's true, I do think that there's a lot of marketing by personality, right? So,
to a point.
I mean, it's. Let's put it this way: you can. It kind of comes back to this thing of what is your strategy? You know, are you a personality, or are you are you creative? You know what I mean? And I think that there's people. You know, there's a whole debate over, and I don't even know. I haven't even paid enough attention to who's on what side or whatever. But, you know, apparently there's a debate over whether you can do one or the other or both. You know what I mean? And I mean, I think it's just a matter of priority. Like, people have to pick what they want to do. You know what I mean? And so I think there's a lot of different methods that people can get to where they want to be. You know what I mean? As far as accomplishing goals and figuring out what they, I don't know, but you have to decide what it is that you want to do.
Pick a lane.
You know? Yeah. And not even pick a lane, but you just have to figure out what's right for you. And then it goes back to the thing I was talking about earlier, where there's going to be a lot of people who just keep, saying, let's, this isn't how I would do it. Okay, fair enough. It's not how you would do it. But I think there's a huge amount of overlap with that, and you just got to figure out what your strategy is and stick to it. But I don't know.
Okay. So here's the thing.
But I'm also real tired, so I'm gonna actually bounce out. I'm gonna
motherfucker.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna do that thing because I could tell you're going on a rant, and it's 10 o'clock. So I'll catch it on Sunday Coffee. I'll leave you an extremely long.
Better you don't.
I will leave you an extremely long comment. I'm firing up ChatGPT right now.
At least 3 pages.
Yeah, I'm going to get ChatGPT. Can you generate a 5,000 word YouTube comment, please?
I talked about the FBI and Homeland Security this week, and YouTube or Google decided that was not acceptable for a channel.
Oh, really?
Size. Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll make sure to include lots of incendiary comments. I'll use one of my alt accounts and
there you go,
and leave like some kind of Ted Kaczynski-esque Uncle Ted diatribe for you. But all right, with that, Animaine, it was great talking to you. I hope we get to talk again here pretty soon.
Same here, man.
I want to talk more anime with you. Yeah, I'm going to bed. But issue 3, Anvil. If anybody hasn't got it yet, you should hurry up and order it, because I actually don't know how much inventory I have left. But after this weekend, I'm probably going to shut her down and keep the rest for subscriptions throughout the year.
Fantastic, man.
Anyway, everybody have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you on Sunday. Thanks for joining, and you guys have a good rest of your night.
Have a good night, man.
Night, Richard.
All right. So here's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Because
put the Negro on the bottom, or why don't you?
it has nothing to do with that.
Lies.
Okay. Are you a host of this channel?
Last time I checked,
You might as well be.
Dude, Animaine, you gotta understand. It's not a color thing. It's a status thing.
Okay, so when I come on next time, I get to be next to you.
Maybe.
Okay.
Will you be a host then?
I might.
I might.
If I decide I want to. We'll figure it out.
Okay,
He
so
can be anything he puts his mind to.
because I want to respond to what Richard said, and then we got some super chats we gotta get to too.
All right.
But Jesus Christ, this fucking show, dude. Animaine, I will have you back anytime. Fuck it, dude. I'll just schedule a fucking time where you and I can just bullshit.
Fuck yeah, bro.
But to respond to what Richard was saying, he's just saying there's a lot of different personalities out there and how you market yourself online. And I will say this, if you're large enough to market yourself to be able to fight with somebody, do it. if you're a peon who's working a day job like me, and you think it's a good marketing strategy to fight with somebody, dude, you're kneecapping yourself. You're cutting yourself off from 50%. Those guys who are privileged enough to fight with each other, who have the dollars to do it, keep in mind, they're not like you. They have money, okay? They have an audience that will buy their story. When you sit there and you are trying to say, well, I believe in this guy and fuck this other guy, what you don't understand is you're a nobody. And the guys who are following the same guy as you, yeah, they don't give a fuck about you. And the guys who are following the other guy that you don't like, yeah, those guys don't give a fuck about you either. So why the fuck are you sitting there trying to fucking defend somebody else and like get in on it? Like it's the dumbest shit in the world. You don't have a name. You're a nobody. Build up your fucking name, become someone, and then start fights with people. But as a nobody, why the fuck would you want to pick sides, start fights, or what's weird to me, this brand loyalty shit that I did not think existed in the indie world. And my God, dude, the brand loyalty shit in the indie world. But it's the same shit. It's all the Marvel and DC fans, right? They needed something to be brand loyal about, so they walked over to indie and decided, that's my brand, and I'm going to tweet madly on Twitter about it because I'm brand loyal, right? It's like a fucking Chevy guy switching from Chevy to Ford to be like, I used to like Chevy back in the day, and so you should listen to me about why it sucks now. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Found on road dead.
I don't give a fuck what they are now. They're all the same now. I mean, back in the day.
Fix or repair daily.
You could not beat a 1970s Ford, and then Ford went downhill in the 80s, and after that you couldn't beat the fucking Chevy. And then Ford started to regain their popularity back in the fucking 90s. Then you had the weird guys that were into like Dodges and stuff. Of course, then again, the late 90s and early 2000s Dodges, especially with the fucking... yeah, the diesels, couldn't beat them.
You know what Ford backwards means? Driver returns on foot.
Damn.
Mm.
Damn.
So we all understand
how you really feel.
But you know what? You know what truck stands for me? That thing that I could afford that day.
I mean,
Dodge.
Oh, wait, them
The
words
thing you
don't
should
like...
do when I am coming down the street. Ram, the thing that will happen to you if you don't dodge.
you know what?
Jeez. Animaine, I need to drop some more links for you down in the chat, dude, because you got some fantastic stuff. I'm gonna drop your link tree down in the chat.
Much appreciated.
Before we hit them super chats, dude, I think what you're doing is absolutely fantastic. I both love you and hate you as a guest.
That is the appropriate response.
I love you
I've
as a
enjoyed
guest
this
because
immensely.
I can talk with you and bullshit with you. I hate you as a guest because I can't fucking interview you because I'm too busy throwing out jokes and shit that are probably going to get me nuked on fucking YouTube.
That is my shit. Not you getting nuked on YouTube. I'm here for you to grow. I want to see your shit fly up high in the air, honestly. Because real shit, you are doing an actual important thing with your channel because you are very community driven and you are very purpose driven. You are one of the few creators in this space who I see actively want to get better at YouTube. Oh my God, if we had more time and I could rant about some... Nope. You gotta get the super chats, and it's kind of getting
We
late
have
over here
time.
for me.
Oh, dude.
There's always time.
Listen.
I'll give you a 5-minute rant. I feel
Listen.
like.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this
I'll give
because
him 10 minutes.
because I can do this and also big you up. So I'll step into this for a second. Okay.
Wait, bigging me up. I don't know if I like the sound of that.
You will when it's finished. Don't worry.
Chuck.
Enoch Chuck. But okay.
My man.
Oh boy. But yes, more drinky. But yes,
Yeah.
the reason why, one of the reasons why I fuck with your channel so much is, aside from being very well spoken and very passionate, you're someone who I can tell really cares about their audience. You pride yourself on making every viewing experience, whether it's a video, a VOD, a live stream, a clip, anything you do, you actually want to make it a good viewing experience for your audience. You want to make people come here, feel welcome, have a good time. And I've also seen from a couple of your other videos that you're actively working towards um, improving the YouTube, how you do it, like whether that's with your titles, your thumbnails, the way you structure the videos. You put so much energy into actively wanting to do that, and it should be just like how my statement about why I made this the spider circle the setting that it was, just like that shouldn't cause controversy. Your statement should also be, I feel like, the bare minimum, like the bar. But there are unfortunately a lot of creators, especially ones who are in that little in between space of comic book creator and also content creator, where they are just like, I'm just gonna make stuff for myself, fuck the audience, fuck what anybody likes. Everything that other people like to do is shit. It's all just clickbait bullshit. But I'm also not gonna put any effort to try and make my shit good. And then I'm also gonna get mad when in 2 years I still have 200 subscribers. I'm gonna blame the algorithm. I'm gonna blame TikTok. I'm gonna blame this bigger content creator, and I'm gonna say, well, they don't do anything to help smaller creators. And I understand that that's a argument that a lot of people have, and there's truth and validity to various things being said, blah blah blah, all the stuff to make it sound like, I am reasonable. I am reasonable, but at the same time, the fact of the matter is, a lot of people who make that type of content and make those type of statements, they're not willing to put in the work. And it's not just that they're bad at YouTube. Everyone starts off bad at YouTube. If you see anything from like my first 8 years on YouTube, I'll probably would rather jump off the second story of my house than to have people go through and watch all them old videos. That's why I unlisted a lot of them.
Guys, I know what we're doing on Sunday. I know what we're doing on Sunday.
You can try. You can try. But
send me your worst YouTube videos and I will critique them like I know how to fucking make a YouTube video. I'll critique them and say that I know. Actually, honestly, I could like legitimately, if I were to do that, it would be as a viewer. It's like I know what I like to watch, and is this something that as a viewer I like to watch?
Mm-hmm. And you know what? Even that's more work. Like me being like, yeah, okay, sure. If I were to be like, yeah, sure, do that. That's more than what a lot of people are willing to do. A lot of people want to do the bare minimum when it comes to the content creation side of things, and then get mad when they don't get the response of like a Eric July or a EVS or your boy Zach or whoever.
Well,
they want a lot of people
work for the highest reward.
Right.
So you guys heard me talking before the stream, and I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to give too much away. Because like I said, my audience knows that I'm working on something, and I'm working on my weekly videos are going to change. And eventually, as I grow the channel and I get it to a point where I can funnel enough people over to my secondary channel, my live streams will go over to the secondary channel. YouTube algorithm bullshit. That's the only reason to do that. Keep the videos on one, keep the live streams on the other, keep both going. But one of the things that I have been looking at when it comes to YouTube content creators and the guys who are not the guys who are getting tens of thousands of views or the guys who are getting hundreds of thousands of views, but the guys who are getting millions. The amount of work necessary to do that is more than the amount of hours that I spend total on all of the videos, all of the live streams, all of the promotion that I do currently for my own channel. And people do not understand the level of work, the level of commitment that it takes to do that, to the point where I have talked with my wife, and I am going to basically pull my wife into this world. And I'm going to basically have her like work for the YouTube channel in order to produce the level of content that is not being produced in our space. There's one guy who is producing content close to that. And his subscriber count just passed 1 million, and it is Nerdrotic. And people go, oh, Nerdrotic. No, shut the fuck up. The guy does researched, well thought out videos, highly edited, well narrated, well scripted. Information is there. Okay. They're very fun to watch. The editing is on point. Okay. All of that takes, like, to do what Nerdrotic does. And I'm not even talking about doing what Nerdrotic does. Like, the guys that I look at when I think of well edited, well done videos, is a video that I will tell you guys about backstage, because that's going to be a video that I'm actually going to do in the future.
Okay.
But there are creators out there that I have looked at and I went, these are the guys. Like, and they can, and some of them are in niches, so they're not actually as big as they should be. One of them everybody knows. But to put together videos that would grow this audience makes me scared as hell, because it's not the typical sit in the chair type of video that people are used to from me. And it also it also makes me excited, because it's like this leap of faith, because not a lot of people in our space are doing this. And guess what? And I've had people, Royce, don't stop talking about indies. Please still promote the indies. Guys, I'm not talking about that. Like, those are my live streams. My live streams are for that. Like, my live streams will stay the same, right? They might get moved to a different channel. But there is so much that people don't realize. I am seeing people on YouTube who are in the millions, who are unbelievably influential, and not a single fucking one of them is in our space. And it's not because of our politics. Because here's the thing, is if people in our space were producing at that level, guess what? The worldview, the public perception would be a little bit different. But it's not, because people aren't producing at that level. And damn it if I'm not going to try. I'm not saying I can, but I'm going to fucking try, to the point where I'm even pulling my wife into this, to the point where I have completely redone my studio. For those of you who haven't noticed that my camera is at a very different angle to my fucking computer screens. But yeah, it's a big thing. We talk about the war, we talk about the culture war. But the one thing that nobody has thought about is content creation at that level. And I am starting to think about it, which means, boy, howdy, when I actually do make the full-blown announcement, God, those videos are going to be rough. So I should get
here
to
for it, bro. I'm here for it. I'm here for the growing pains era. I'm here for the he's really on his shit now era. I'm here for, oh, he's back on his bullshit era. I'm gonna be here for the 10,000 sub mark. I'm here, and I know you're not doing it just to chase subs. That's a vanity metric, but I know that the way you sound right now, the passion in your voice perfectly pairs with what I've been seeing from you since I've subscribed to you, and it's why I fuck with this channel, and it's why I respect you as a content creator. And
How he is every day.
beautiful, Beautiful. You need a crazy motherfucker who's just gonna be like, look, I might just invent something today. I might fly into the sun. I might cure cancer. I don't know, but damn it, I have to try. If that's the spirit that makes fucking humanity why we've been around all this long.
Mm-hmm.
If everyone just sat around and did the same shit, like you talking about the content, one of the biggest issues I have with our sub niche of a sub niche of a sub niche is how even a lot of people who get big and get those views, they coast on just doing the bare minimum. But then I can't get mad at them, because if people are going to keep going to that and watching it and going to the super chats and going to the live streams, do they really have the incentive? If they didn't already say, hey, I want to do something different, do they have the incentive to do better or more different things?
Dude, oh God, that's a huge. Okay, let's table this conversation, because I am absolutely going to talk about this backstage. But for right now,
all right,
let's go to super chats. I want to talk about this, but there's some shit that I want to say. Not that I won't absolutely say this on fucking Sunday Coffee, because usually that's what happens. I say some shit backstage of fucking Iron Age nights, and after the show, I do the after show, I say some shit, and then I go on Sunday Coffee and I say exactly that same shit. I just kind of leave out the context of the other people's, because I don't want to get them in trouble, right? Like,
right, you'll take the bullet.
Oh, dude, I'll take the bullet. I don't give a shit, dude. I'm bulletproof. Fuck it.
Fuck yeah.
My field of flux has been barren for 20 years now.
Oh God. Frost, Jesus Christ. Frost Comics for $10 says, I'm sending you this super chat for bringing on Animaine. Additional shows with Animaine will result in additional super chats. This is a threat.
Frost, you motherfucker.
Well,
bastard.
Well, chat my ass and call me a neat. Anyway.
Okay. Oh,
jeez. Dude, I had way too much to drink tonight. Fuck. Hero Darky Dark for $2. Was that a little too far? Yes, no.
So. All good. It all is permissible in the house of drunk.
Dude, right?
If only that were so.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hero Darky Dark for $2. For this stream, I grant Royce the pass for 3 uses. Hero Darky Dark, are you actually saying that you're Darky Dark?
I am not getting involved in that one. That's my tag
Hero
team.
Darky Dark, are you black as the fucking night sky, or?
That's my tag team partner. Behave yourself.
I'm gonna get so fucked, dude. These just say so much shit. That's why John and I have been wanting to put together the blue collar stream. God, the shit that construction workers and trade workers say to each other. Oh my God.
Otherwise known as the channel nuke stream.
Yeah, no, that won't be on YouTube. That will be other platform exclusive. That won't be here.
Knowing all of us, I'm not sure that's going to matter.
Ben Telford. Hey, he became a member at the top of the show for $5. Says, I will give a bigger super chat if Royce passes breathalyzer, or Animaine says, where the white women at?
Hey Royce, I just got one question for you.
What's up?
Hey, where the white women at? There you go. Just in case he's still here and he's willing to still double down on that super chat. Just so you can go ahead.
Blazing saddles
Dude,
for the win.
Thank God I don't have to pass a breathalyzer. Fuck. Okay. Here's the key to never having to worry about passing a breathalyzer, right? You guys want to know the key to this? It's a great fucking secret.
Don't drive while drinking.
Drink at your fucking house. Like, it's not that hard. There ain't no breathalyzers in this house.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't get that adrenaline rush.
Neither would the pedestrians.
They need some spice in their life.
be like sitting there, like watching like normal TV. I don't know why the fuck I'm watching normal TV, but I'm watching fuck it. I'm watching like a Tim Pool video.
There you
And
go.
all of a sudden it's just like, yeah, this YouTuber Animaine was running from the cops. What the fuck?
Running?
Uh,
I'll be like, oh shit. It'd just be like, he was drunk. I'd be like, oh, they tased him. Oh, I'm gonna message John right the fuck down. John, why'd they tase Animaine? John would be sitting there like, dude, I don't know, but I'm pissing my pants. It's like, why is he drunk in public? He said he wanted the adrenaline rush.
listen. I'm not. I will debase myself in various ways, but I'm not lolcowing myself. No, I'm not.
No.
I'm not jettisoning myself into boogie 2998 territory. Absolutely not. Y'all gonna have to put in work to get me to fuck myself up that bad.
Oh, God.
Y'all right
I'm
now.
disappointed by the concept of drunks running.
I've seen
I
it.
mean,
You're
it's
not a redneck,
possible.
bro, dude.
It's possible. You can
No.
tap into it.
You're thinking of like funny or like the tired drunks, like when they stand up. Have you ever met a drunk who like the more he drinks, the more like powerful they become? You ever met them guys?
Yeah.
They're not common, dude, but I've met them, and it's like the more they drink, and I mean, we're not just talking like a beer or two. We're talking like a half a fucking handle of whiskey, and they become like in tune with the universe, and like they can move better, they can stand up, but they no longer feel pain. Those are the drunks that you need to be afraid of, because those guys, oh man.
I'm
That's
just
like-
saying,
That's the real
I've been
drunk
punking Drublick many times, and I've never run from the cops. I have strode with swagger away from the cops, but never run.
I strode with swag.
That's true. Okay, Kikomon, member for 17. Actually, Kikomon's got a. This is going to get nuts here in a second. Member for 17 months. Show me, show you, Kikomon. Now, this one, I don't know how to say thank you enough, but Kikomon for $200. Jesus Christ, dude. I never know. God's honest, dude. I never know how to react to large super chats like that, because it's like, if I say thank you
Graciously.
from like the bottom of my heart, thank you, people are like, oh, you're just pretending for fucking YouTube so you can get the dollars. But like, if I don't react, then it's like, well, you're just a dick. It's like, dude, just fucking thank you. Like, I don't know. Like,
Shitbird's gonna shit. Just be
Dude,
gracious.
yeah, no, and fuck, dude, trust me, I am. Kikomon for $200. Take some of my soy sauce. Woo,
Phrasing.
No phrasing. God.
You take that soy sauce. You take that soy sauce.
Oh, it's one of those. No.
Yeah, for
If
$200,
you have
you're
time,
gonna have
I sent
to
you a
take
couple
it.
of funny videos on Gilded. Check them out with Animaine. Kikomon, I told you Sunday Coffee is the show you've got to do that for. See you all around May. Going to be on business for 4 out of the next 5 upcoming weeks. Kikomon Euro trip, spreading the soy sauce. Thank you so much, Kikomon, dude.
Spread it liberally.
Enjoy.
Right. He always tries to send me videos on like Wednesdays and Fridays. I'm like, God, dude, Sundays are the day to do that. Like, because I have less of a structure on Sundays and I can just kind of do things. Like a dog chasing cars on Sundays, but on Wednesdays. The ultimate kahuna for $1.99. Who won the Asian cooking contest? It was a tie. Gotcha.
Wow. I appreciate that so much.
Tons.
Oh, yes. I love a good pun.
So,
Yes.
RH Snow. For $1.99 says, I love you. Hug Animaine right now. No. Not after the shit that he said earlier tonight.
But
no.
she asked.
Dude, I'm not gonna even bro hug you after the shit you said
She
earlier
gave you
tonight.
money, yo.
Like,
I'll
I'm
bro
not
hug you.
hugging a dude for money. That's like no.
I'll bro hug
No,
you,
look,
Animaine.
I am
Thank
not
you,
a
thank you,
whore.
Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. You can't see me, but my long black hairy arms are reaching out
Oh,
through
Jesus
cyberspace
Christ.
to embrace you right now.
Oh,
Yes, let's go.
no.
Yes, accept it.
Oh.
Let it happen. I'm done.
Because it's guy love between two guys.
Stay gold, pony boy. Stay gold. Pick them up for $5. Hairy asses and milk stains. Woo. Oh, Jesus Christ.
The
Well played,
brand
Eagle
has
Eye.
been established.
Hairy asses and milk stains.
I am not. No. Makes me
Yes.
think of
Yet
things
another
I've-
t-shirt concept for the
I'm
merch
a
store.
millennial. I've seen
Seriously.
things on the internet. I'd appreciate soy sauce stains. Fuck me sideways.
It
When I
never
open this
ends.
merch store, it's gonna be lit.
Yes. This shit gonna sell out instantly.
I need
Hairy
all right.
asses and milk stains.
I might need.
My
might need
wife,
to make a hoodie
yeah.
with that on it. Like, what
gonna
the
be
fuck
glorious.
is that? Be like, we don't know. We just know that it was said.
Glorious, glorious
God,
channel lore.
The Ultimate Kahuna for $5 says, "Why don't Chinese kids believe in Santa Claus? Because they made the toys." Oh, the Chinese are the elves. That makes sense. That's why they're so short. Anyway,
All this racism is killing me inside.
This episode of IAK has been brought to you by the
I didn't
letter
say
R.
nothing about black people. Okay, I was talking about the Chinese.
Oh, right, that's right. Okay, because black people are the only ones that you can be racist against. Everyone else is just, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, no, the Chinese. They're the white people of
Of
minorities.
Allegedly.
Even though
what they say.
yeah, I don't know. Even statistically speaking, white people are actually the minority of the planet. But whatever, it's fine.
Semantics.
Those darn Chinese and their intelligence.
Shit. Wrangler for $4.20. Says, glad to see you were able to fix the computer. What? It wasn't the computer. It was my soundboard, which is the Rodecaster Pro 2. I genuinely have no idea what happened. Shut down. Didn't want to fire back up. Couldn't get it to go. I was actually getting ready to pack it up last night. Pulled all the cords out of it, and I was like, and I just had this thought. I was like, man, I should just try it one more time. Plugged all the cords back in, and keep in mind, I'd pulled the power cord before. Nothing happened. But the only other difference now is that I pulled the USB, and then I plugged the USB and the power cord back in, and I hit the button, and it fired back up. I never would have thought to pull the USB, but that's the only thing I can think that would have possibly caused the issue the other night, is that somewhere between the computer and the USB talking to each other, they got mad at each other and they just decided not to work. But it fired up. Again, I had a subscriber reach out and it bought me another one of these, and these are fucking expensive. And I reached back out to that subscriber and I was like, hey, I will send this back to you so that way you can get your money back. Like, I don't want to take advantage of your kindness. And like, dude, I was literally going to spend that money to meme on you. So just keep it. And that's fine. And that way you have a backup if something ever goes wrong. So dude, I am unbelievably thankful for that. I literally have a brand new Rodecaster Pro 2 sitting over here as a backup if this one ever decides to crap out again or just goes down permanently. I genuinely cannot say thank you enough. So yeah, that's kind of what happened. It was nuts. So yeah, scary moments with technology and also price tags attached to technology, and I have a community that's willing to do that for me.
Hit it with a
Bats-
hammer. That'll fix it.
I'm not gonna hit it with a fucking hammer, dude. That's not how you do that. That
Rice is
doesn't
not
wo-
a tinkerer.
Yes, I am, and I'm a tinkerer enough to know that hitting modern shit with a hammer don't make it work.
Sure, it does.
Just smack it on the side.
It's not my wife, dude. You can't make it. Never mind.
Blow on it. You know you want to. Go ahead and do it. We're already right there, man.
From left to right,
You're
then back
like,
again.
like, blow on it. I was like, it's not my wife, dude. Anyway,
I'm gonna say, come on, man. Just you're right there.
I know. So is she. Anyway,
I love this show.
Rice's priorities, my priorities. I'm thinking Nintendo cartridges. Rice is thinking wife.
I mean, I knew it was gonna go in one of either direction, and I was fine with either one. So I just threw it out there.
he's like, oh, dude. He's like, I know what fires I'm lighting, and I don't give a fuck which building they started, and I just want to see one of them motherfuckers go up.
Fire. Doom, doom, doom.
Bat Sauce, member for 3 months, says, hell yeah. FMA Brotherhood, reading her new manga. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I need to get into Full Metal Alchemist. Kikomon for $5. Anime is so good that any genre is interesting. Anime for the win. Hope we can catch back up. Ooh. Yeah, it would be nice if the West would catch up to anime. But anime literally does have many different genres that are just killing it. Just a bunch of Kikomon for $2 says, join the Gilded. Hit the like button. Don't be gay. Yes, do those things.
Touch the button.
Do those things. Kikomon for $5 says, if the story is great, then I don't care which socialist dictator you worship, Hitler or Stalin. But I will I think he means criticize. He spelled critize things outside of the story.
Man, look, I don't know what you're talking about. I be criticizing shit all the time, man.
I criticize shit all the time.
You know what he talking about. Don't be correcting him like that.
Critize it with soy sauce.
Exactly. Thank you, man. See, this is why you're here to say the things that need to be said.
It's my job. That and drink.
Yes.
Take risks and try new things. Never get complacent. Be yourself, as people are here to follow your personality. Don't change yourself for views. I never said anything about changing myself for views.
Personality shit's gotta go.
I never said that at all. No, fuck off, Daniel. My personality is fucking fine. For $5, that was Kikomon. Yeah, I never said anything about changing myself for views. Which is funny that people take it that way. You say, hey guys, I'm gonna work on my content on the channel, and people go, no, why are you changing yourself? What the fuck did I say about changing myself? I just what?
On Sunday we're gonna see Royce is blonde and he's got his left ear pierced.
No. When I was up until I was 5 years old, dude, I was like bleach blonde. Up until I was 5 years old. Actually, there's still like a blonde spot somewhere in the back of my head.
I was calling you gay, bro.
I was rejecting that joke with ironic reality.
Well, I'm reinforcing the joke.
Kikomon for $20. Watch the videos. I'm flying on Sunday, darn it. Kikomon, I'm going to be real with you. Okay. I'm going to be real with you. It's getting late. Probably not going to watch the videos tonight. However, because he asked me the other night on Wednesday, well, like the show crashed and it was bad, to watch these videos. I told you I would watch them on Sunday Coffee. And you're flying on Sunday, damn it. But I will watch them eventually. Well, wait. No. Hold on. Because you have sent me videos before, Kikomon, that have absolutely gotten me copyright flagged. So I will verify the videos and look at them to see if there's any copyright stuff with them, because he had me watch a couple of videos before that have gotten my channel copyright. So Kikomon, because of that, I'm actually going to say it was one of those I feel kind of guilty about it, but I also remember the fly video that literally got my video copyright stricken. Yeah, that was rough. Fu Man Blue gifted 5 a drink with crazy memberships. Thank you so much, dude.
Gives to keep on giving.
Man Blue.
Real quick, Royce, I think you skipped one.
Which one did I skip?
Did you read You Do Boo or You Do You Boo?
Oh, no, I did not. How did I miss that one? No, you're right.
Animaine on
for $5 as Royce says, you do you, boo, which I've literally only ever said that as a fucking joke. Don't attach yourself to a label. These labels always go haywire. I hope Iron Age stays neutral. It hasn't.
Wasn't going to.
I told people over a year and a half ago, I said, you need to stop focusing on the fucking name. I said, it doesn't matter if this thing is called the pink fluffy fucking unicorn movement. And people, but I was like in a serious rant at the time, and people were like, oh, that's kind of a funny name. I'm like, no, I'm dead serious. It doesn't matter about the fucking name. It matters about the sentiment of the movement. And too many people are focused on the name instead of the sentiment of the movement.
1,000%.
He says on a show called Iron Age Nights.
It's turned into IAK now because of SEO reasons.
Right.
Like I am just so and I say this unironically. Let's everybody in the chat hear this. I do not
put your listening ears on.
Yeah. Okay. Just so everybody's aware of this. I do not care about the name Iron Age. I never have. It is a great hashtag for networking. It is a phenomenal hashtag for networking. Okay. The second that name becomes corrosive, I will toss it aside. I will still, however, promote indie creators. Okay. Who I feel share my values and who I feel want to build the culture that we have lost here in America. Okay. I don't
Seconded.
Thirded.
I don't care about the name. It's why I don't give a fuck about well, are you Comicsgate? Well, no, I'm also not gay either. Are you Iron Age? No, not really. I'm also not gay either. Like at one point in time, I was like, yeah, I got caught up in the hype, right? Everybody gets caught up in the hype. Nobody's...
The wig doth protest too much.
Dude. You get caught up in the fucking hype of that shit. No, I don't care. It doesn't matter. The name doesn't matter. The sentiment matters. And the problem is that too many people give too much of a shit about the name. Last super chat of the night, Kikomon for $10 says, let Animaine see those videos. Kikomon, told you on fucking Sunday. I literally told him this on Wednesday night. I was like, no, dude, we'll do it on Sunday. I said, Sunday Coffee is the show to do this. And here's the thing about me. Super chats don't make me break my rules. I do appreciate them, and I will absolutely honor that, but on Sunday, on the show that really allows for me to do that. Also, it's getting a little late, okay? And I do want to ask some questions to our guests and talk with our guests backstage a little bit as well. I also need to go to the fucking bathroom, okay? And when
Me
Richard,
too.
And all of us need to take a break from the chairs for a minute. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for showing up to Iron Age Nights number 75. Animaine, where can we find you? What do you do?
All right, y'all can catch me at the Animaine YouTube channel, spelled the exact same way as you see it on my screen. You can also catch me at Storm Corey HQ. That's Storm, the regular word Storm, KORI-HQ, where I shill and unapologetically and without excuse simp for Storm and Starfire. If you're into comic book related content, if you're into big nerdy ass debates and discussions like we've had up here, you can catch me on either channel and you will get both of those. You can also catch me on Twitter at Animaine Sparkster. I should probably drop my link in there. Do you still have the link tree?
I got
I got it. I'm dropping links.
Thank you. Dropping all those links. Follow me everywhere.
All right.
Keep an eye on me for Bond of the Blade, issue #1, my shonen style action comic book about 3 anime style teen heroes who are saving their city from a mega gang with powers from their guardian angel. Check me out over there, y'all. Thank you for having me, Royce. You're the truth. Daniel, you're the truth. Richard out there, you still watching? You the truth. All y'all have a good night. And
Awesome.
hairy asses for
Fantastic.
everybody.
No,
Yeah.
God damn.
For everybody.
Whimsyland, where the fuck can we find you?
At whimsyland.org, literary coaching and services. Let me make your dream into a reality. And you can talk to me on the Twitch at Mr. DP Riley.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for checking out Iron Age Nights number 75. And as always, I hope see you guys on Sunday where I read all of your comments. And until next time, cheers, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Deuces.
Deuces? Did you just... you
That's what I
say
say.
deuces? Jesus.
That's what I say.
What?
That's what I
God,
say.
what the fuck?
I
Like-
say that, sir. I say that on my
Dude,
channel.
I said that ironically as a... All right.
Your
we're
point.
out, ladies
Your
and-
point.
Yeah.
Your point. Go sniff a hairy ass.